Well, 2019 came like an old wet fart in the breeze, and it's probably going to leave just about the same way. And as y'all know, this is where we take our tweak hiatus. And, well, it wouldn't be the Loki and Jabroni show if we didn't have at least a few surprises for you. So why don't you just sit back, plug yourself on in, get yourself a nice warm cup of hot chocolate, maybe throw a little whiskey or something, whatever your thing is in there, and come on back and join us for the last episode of the Loki and Jabroni show in 2019. And through the shaking head, very much as always, through my producer over here. You can always tell when it's going to be an absolute fantastic night here at the Loki and Jabroni show just by the eyes and the size and the look and the forehead punctuations of Mr. Eddie Focus. As you can see, I have an empty seat to my left as Chris is outside checking the LED lights of Santa's sleighs and making sure that the reins of all the reindeers are hooked up properly as well with his whole LED setup. So me and Eddie Focus here are going to be taking care of you guys and bringing you in. So what's up, man?
Just fuck the cloud. I'm tired of the cloud. Sick of the cloud. Apple, get rid of the cloud.
Well, you know, do you hear that? That's weird.
The hell?
Sounds like fucking bells, right?
Yeah.
Fucking bells?
Real
It
bells.
can't be
What is
fucking
this?
bells. Wow. Just, hey, look. It's Santa Claus.
My God.
Hey, Santa Claus.
Michael,
What's
one
up,
of my
big guy?
favorite people on
you
earth.
doing?
How are you, sir?
Love the beard, man. We always love
Thank
the
you,
beard.
thank you, Eddie. Another year of a long list that I may or may not be able to get to.
Hey, you got to be proud of him, though.
let's,
It's another year of cocaine not done.
I will say that his list has been cut down quite a bit. However,
Such a slow year.
I'll get to that in a minute. I know it's not Christmas, but I'm here to deliver a few gifts from our friend Harry the Hammer. And if you are not familiar, from what Michael and Chris and Eddie have told me, Harry the Hammer is the official jersey supplier of the Loki and Jabroni show.
This is true.
I actually got a jersey. I'm a big
Did
fan.
he send you one?
I'm a big fan of the Seattle Seahawks. They're
Really?
close. They're very
I
close.
figure with the red and the white and stuff, maybe you'd either be KC or the Falcons.
No, sir. I'm a big fan of the Seattle Seahawks. I asked for a Josh Gordon jersey, and wouldn't you know it,
got
Josh
one?
Gordon gets himself suspended.
Oh.
So I have now a collector's item on my hand.
That's true. Yeah, he did the PEDs, right? PEDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I hear, it was marijuana again.
Was it?
Although marijuana is legal in Seattle.
So yeah, that's another one of those trickery things. But hey, if your job doesn't let you do it, we all know, Santa, you can get fired for it, people.
So because Jabroni is down the way,
Taking care of your
watching
sleigh, man.
Yes, indeed.
I heard
only
you're
have 2
upgraded to some
reindeer.
LEDs. That's smart, man. That is smart.
I got some really nice ground effects on the sleigh. I have some LED lights. Got twice pipes coming out the back for that really good sound. It is a sharp chort, man. I got to tell you, I outdid myself this year.
I'm glad. You deserve it, man.
So
You work your ass off.
my question is, if your sleigh isn't combustible, how are you going to get any sound out of the exhaust?
Oh, too easy. Too easy, Eddie.
Reindeer farts.
Exactly. We make the
So
sound effects.
are you saying you stick a pipe in the reindeer's tuchus?
No, of course not.
A little ventilation thing comes in there and it modifies it. And
This is why he's
So,
here.
so when the reindeer have to go mid-flight, do you land or do they just let it
No,
fly?
we fly over Chicago like the Dave Matthews Band.
that's why it's shaped like a toilet seat. The Chicago album shaped like a
Exactly.
toilet seat.
Oh, you ever
Michael gets it. Why don't you?
get a little poo in the face?
Every now and again, but I
Not
have
him.
wipes. It's all
whoever's
good.
whoever's below the sleigh
This
looking
is
up.
why your list is always ignored every year. But this year I have.
I'm just saying, I'll just never forget that day when I was 5 years old on Christmas Eve.
And he had his
suddenly-
mouth open.
Suddenly had poo
If I remember correctly,
in my face.
5 years old. Let me go back.
And I heard him exclaim as he went out of sight,
5 years old.
fuck. Sorry, Ed.
1984.
Merry Christmas and have a good night.
Was that the Barbie Dream House or was that the Holly Hobby Oven? I have to know because
It was the oven because it was purple and pink, and he
there
really
you
liked
go.
it.
I
He liked the
believe you,
color
Michael.
style.
One
Yeah.
of my favorite people ever.
Thank you.
So from our
You can
friend
hate
Harry,
on me, but all the girls came over to play at my house.
from Harry the Hammer, I bring
Oh,
this to you.
Harry,
This one is for Jabroni. He has to wait till he's done watching my sleigh.
Harry. Okay, let's see what Harry gave
Let's
me.
see what Harry does.
Uh oh.
Oh,
What do
my.
we got here?
It looks like a football jersey.
It looks like a cousin's jersey.
Well, look
After you
at
spent
that.
weeks saying bad things about Kirk
I
Cousins.
did. You're right, Santa. I did. And now it's much like like when I had to go out and get that Favre jersey. I truly feel like I'm eating crow right now.
Well, it's better than eating shit. Did I say that out loud?
Well, no, we just got the story from Ed then.
Oh,
how he
Mrs.
had Randy poop.
Mrs.
So
Claus is going to be angry
this
with
is
me.
this is why we love Harry. This is why we love Harry right here, man. Harry, you're the best.
Now, I have 2 Christmas gifts I want to deliver to you. This is for Jabroni when he comes back.
Okay, well, let me hold on. Let me
Go
put
right
that over
ahead.
here. So
Now,
that way
would you
I
like
can
to open
hold it.
Jabroni's gift?
No, we'll let him open it when he's here.
Okay.
I'll hold it right here for him.
The first gift I have to offer is 2020. I've been on the phone with a very, very wonderful man. He's a friend of mine. His name is Joey Casada. Have you heard of Joey Casada?
Yes, Joey is a very
Yeah.
good friend of us.
Yeah, we've heard of him.
Joey wants to do year-end wrestling awards in January. Wrestler of the Year, Woman of the Year, Tag Team of the Year.
I think it's a great idea. I like that idea.
He says he's been on your show a few times doing rock and roll talk. From what he says, he's buried Jabroni every time. I don't know. I listen to the show. I have
Well,
to make sure you guys are naughty or nice.
Unfortunately, he is true. He's undefeated thus far. So
Well, fair
we're,
enough.
we're rooting for Jabroni next round. We're really hoping he pulls it off. So
Well,
we'll see.
we'll find out. Now, second, from what I'm told, and Eddie, if you mess me over again, you're going to not get coal. You're going to get wood chips underneath.
Oh my
your
goodness,
tree
Food
this
in my
year.
face.
he
Well,
didn't.
first
Come
of all,
on.
I have to say this. I didn't want you to be without. So I did bring you a gift that I would like you to put on your tree. And I thought about this a lot. So what I have for you, Eddie, tonight is a Paul Stanley Christmas tree ornament just for you. And if you don't put it on the tree, you know I won't be coming to your house this year.
That's awesome.
And it looks just like him. Make sure you go out and see Kiss on the End of the Road tour. I'm delivering to them in Japan.
Couldn't
That's
even
where they're
find
playing.
Ace.
Oh, come on! Look at the kiss he's giving you.
Exactly. He loves you, Eddie, and you love him too.
Santa gave me a kiss.
Yes, he did.
A little kiss.
Now, Eddie has an announcement he'd like to give before I go back and let Jabroni loose for watching my sleigh. You have an announcement about a giveaway.
I do.
Let's hear it.
All right, so we're going to give away a jersey.
Yes,
But
like this.
Much like that one.
it's going to require a little in-depth research. So,
like the sound of
early,
this.
season 1, Loki and Jabroni had the honor and privilege of interviewing the one Mark Slaughter.
I love Mark Slaughter.
We do too. Me too. I'm a huge.
During that interview, he said a couple things. And if you can answer these questions, the jersey is yours.
Now I have to
First
ask,
one to answer.
because I'm a big fan. That was episode 15. Would you?
Well, you
say
gotta find
that's
it themselves.
correct?
It's clearly labeled. They can find it themselves.
I'm
Now you just gave it away the house.
trying
man.
to help. I'm all about giving, sir.
I hear you, Santa.
Mark
I hear you.
Slaughter mentioned playing every instrument but one. You need to name that instrument.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a great
And
question.
he went in depth about a artist that he highly respects. You must name that artist.
Oh,
If you get both of those correct, The jersey's yours.
Where will they send their answers to, Producer Eddie?
It's the age of social media. Or you can email LokiandJabroni@gmail.com.
Or hit up
nice.
any of our social medias at Twitter. You can go ahead and comment below at our show if you want, which is live right now on YouTube, and we'll be up there.
And Periscope. We're live on YouTube and Periscope
There you
right
go.
now.
Hello,
go ahead and-
Periscope.
So-
I've never been on Periscope.
There you
This
go.
is fun.
First time ever, baby.
Shall I take my shirt off?
No, I think that's Snapchat.
Okay, then.
Premium Snapchat.
That's premium
$9.99 a
Snapchat.
month.
Yeah, there you go. So we have this little segment before I go ahead and bring Jabroni back called "What's on Your Mind." So since it's the holidays, why don't you go ahead and tell us what's on your mind there, Santa, and we'll let you, vent out a little bit, and then we'll bring Chris back in while we're venting our little "What's on Our
I feel
Mind."
honored to have you let me be first on What's on Your Mind. And what's on my mind? Oh, Christmas, of course.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to coming to all of your houses, all of the Christmas believers. If you like Hanukkah, if that is your religion, happy Hanukkah to you. If you believe in Kwanzaa, Festivus, happy holidays to you.
Happy Festivus for the rest of us.
But for all of you folks that continue to believe in me and believe in Christmas, I have a request. Cookies and milk need to stop. Yes, every now and again, every house or two, I could have cookies and I could have milk. But as I'm getting older, as I'm getting wider, you could see I'm on the keto diet right now. I tried a new suit on in August. I asked Mrs. Claus, I said, does this suit make my ass look fat? She said, no. Your ass makes your ass look fat. So
Well,
I went
it's
on the
true.
keto diet. I've lost 100 pounds. I look pretty svelte, if you ask me.
Not
How
bad.
did the deer feel about you being on a keto diet?
They're not exactly happy, Eddie. They're happy that they're pulling less weight. They're not exactly happy that I have to stop more often to have bathroom breaks.
Because I
So-
hear
so the-
venison is low carb and nice
So
and
the
fatty.
theory,
and
They've
the
heard
theory
that too, and they're
um,
very scared for their jobs.
you just don't start plumping up like around October. Like the Tim Allen movie
No.
there, the Santa Claus. That's
Michael, to be
completely-
honest, I want to be in better shape. As a man of my age, I really believe that health and wellness is important.
round
That
is a
works.
shape.
Round is a shape. I've said that to Jabroni
Pizza's a
when he
shape.
was watching my sleigh.
Pizza's delicious.
But at the same time, heart health and weight is important. So that's what I did.
Well, I'm glad for you, Santa. I am. We want you around for a lot more millennials.
Thank
so.
you. I appreciate that. Now, what I'm asking you kids is to do one of two things. Maybe tater tots, maybe pizza rolls, maybe
We got some
you eat-
Santa hair in your
that-
gift there. You
well,
won't want
that's
that
part
bone
of
back,
being
man.
old. I'm losing my
I
hair.
hear you, bro.
You
One
gotta,
of the
you gotta
things,
trim that
leave
shit, bro.
pizza rolls. You can leave tater tots. You can leave Mountain Dew. I need that caffeine energy. You can leave a Monster Energy drink. Heck, every 4th or 5th or maybe 12th house, leave a beer.
Right?
Santa does
That's-
enjoy his IPA.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
And believe me, the elves make a killer IPA. I will send some down
Oh, I
to
would
you.
love to try
I can
some.
see you're drinking the
Yeah,
Elysian.
yeah. My Space Dust. This is one of my favorites.
That is fantastic.
Yes,
I
one
can't
of my
get that in the
favorites.
North Pole.
Yeah. I think this is what's in. Isn't this from?
I
I
can't
think
tell you.
so. From Seattle.
Seattle!
It is your team right
Josh
there.
Gordon.
There you go. That's why they got those colors. See, there's a Seattle colors right there.
I
That
like
green
it.
and the blue. Yep.
But before I go, I want you guys to remember that this is a season to remember the people that love you, the people that care about you, and sometimes the people that don't care about you. Be the person. Be kind. And love everyone.
And dodge the poo.
And we love you, Santa.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Michael.
And
This
once
is why
again,
I
Harry,
always come to your
thank
house
you so
early.
much for my Christmas present, Harry. Thank you, Santa, for dropping off my
Thank you.
Christmas present.
I went and saw
So
Harry
awesome.
just a few days ago. He is a wonderful human being. He just had a birthday. His daughter's had a birthday.
Happy
Everybody
birthday,
had a
Harry.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Harry's daughter. This is fantastic.
I'm glad you like it. I now have to go. I have to go about, 3/4 of the mile down
And this
the
is
road.
perfect in time to see if Kirk Cousins can actually win his first Monday night
I
football.
understand you guys are playoff bound.
And we're playing Green Bay Monday night, and Kirk Cousins has yet to win a Monday Night Football. So
I'm sorry about that chimney too. It's kind of blocked off
I
now. We
understand.
got a boiler.
No
you know.
worries. I have a Tide pen and a lint roller. It was
Yeah,
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Now, with this new house, I will say to you this. Leave the side door unlocked so Santa doesn't have to play with your chimney this year.
smart idea.
See?
Well, can't you just remember my house, not go down the chimney?
Eddie, I see you when you're sleeping, and I know when you're awake.
Perv.
Let it go.
It's true though.
But please give Jabroni my best when he sees his gift.
I'll be giving him his
I am
gift.
looking forward to that. Remember, my gift to you, the Loki and Jabroni listener, is Joey Casada in January. A very special episode.
You made a great episode.
Tell your boys, Alex and Caleb, that I said Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Santa.
Wish your stepdaughter a very Merry Christmas. I noticed she lost a tooth today. Is that correct?
Yeah, right after you gave her cookies.
Oh, well, I didn't give her
Figures.
cookies. I gave her a candy bar. I gave the family cookies.
Well, she ate the cookies and tooth fell out.
Of course she
I'm not
did.
trying to say it was you, but
Not trying to put it out
You
there.
can't
but hey.
blame Santa Claus, or else next year you get women's underwear. But according to my list, you almost enjoy that.
and it's comfy.
I have to go now. I will see you folks soon.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
Santa.
Merry
Thank
Christmas,
you again.
everybody.
Thank you again. Man, what a jolly guy.
He is.
I gotta
Except
say.
when he's throwing poo at you.
He didn't throw poo at you. It was just
He was driving.
It was Rudolph.
was
It was
driving.
Rudolph. Rudolph threw the poo, man. Rudolph threw the poo. That was the only thing that happened. It's not your fault. So what's on your mind, bro?
Oh, nothing. Really excited for this coming weekend because it is the iconic Eddie Murphy's return to Saturday Night Live.
That is pretty cool. I thought you were getting all excited for the adventure, but
Oh, that? Different podcast.
no, I hear you.
No, I am excited for the game. I am excited. I'm really happy that he's come back to Saturday Night Live. And I saw an interview where he said once he's done with Coming to America 2, he's going to do Beverly Hills Cop 4. So I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah,
You know what I would like to ask him? What he feels about not having Mushu in the live Mulan movie.
That's a good question.
They've replaced him with a Red Phoenix. They said they wanted it to be more serious of a movie, and they felt like a talking dragon wouldn't be serious. But a talking Phoenix is going to be pretty fucking serious, though, right? Let's yeah, thanks there. Thank you very very much, Disney.
I'm sorry. When it comes to this live action shit, Disney is full of
It's a
fails.
yeah. I was going to say it's a hit or miss on
It's
this,
a bunch
man.
of fails.
I haven't
I
seen
know,
the
everyone,
Lion King
everyone,
one.
Amy, did Amy see it? No.
I haven't seen
Anna
the
saw
Lion
it.
King.
Anna saw it.
Rob
Anna
actually
liked it,
told me
but-
the Aladdin one was decent.
Yeah, I don't know.
They say the Mulan Mulan isn't going to have any of the songs in it. They're going to make it more serious. It's going to have more.
I can kind of get that if they're trying to be more, like if they're doing another movie about the book, the legend, and all that stuff, I could understand that.
Right.
But if Disney is remaking their film that they have already done,
Which they've done with these
they're
other movies.
they're alienating a group of fans that are going to want to see that stuff.
Lady and the Tramp, the other ones that they did the remakes of.
You know
that.
what? Lady and the Tramp is one of my favorites.
I
And
still have, once again, I haven't seen that.
I got the Disney app, and I stare at Lady and the Tramp, and I'm like, this might be interesting to watch the quote live action Lady and the Tramp, but I don't know. I watched half of that Mary Poppins sequel and turned it off.
Didn't get to watch that. I literally, during Thanksgiving, I loved being able to turn on Oliver and Company and watch that. Both my boys sat there and watched the whole fucking movie in awe because that was the last one where they drew out the
movie.
backgrounds. You remember they actually drew out
Yeah.
all of New York, and if you guys get a chance, if you have Disney Plus, please go out and watch Oliver and Company. This is one of the few movies where they literally drew out all of New York, and they have not taken out the Twin Towers. They literally zoom in on the Twin Towers, and
No, they got to.
yeah, well, some movies
I know
have been
some-
taking them out, and
Which is dumb.
It is. It's a trigger event. Look, people, these artists have iconically put these in a movie for a reason. This symbolized New York, and at that time, these were the buildings of New York.
Right.
I mean, there was just no way.
Well, look
around
at the name's escaping me. The ship in Pearl Harbor that's sunk. Arkansas? No.
No.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
Arkansas? Damn it! Was it Arkansas?
Anyway, the ship is still there.
Right.
It's still sunk. You know,
Still sank.
still leaking oil.
yeah.
They could remove it. You know, it's like, oh, it's too triggering. Come on, it's there for a reason. And the other ship that's retired, is it Indianapolis? Oh my God, this is horrible.
I think it is Indianapolis. That one makes sense.
I don't know, but I just know they brought it back to life for that what is it, Battleship movie.
You mean that horrible movie that also had Rihanna in it?
Yeah.
The only thing I did like about that was the end when they had the veterans kind of come back and make that ship run again. That
Like,
was
you
kind of cool.
You know how to drive this thing? No, but I bet they do.
Yeah, exactly. And that was pretty smart.
That was cool. And the old guy, when he fires it up, and the thing sounds like a 1920s fucking battleship, and he's like, "Purrs like
a kitten." Yeah,
it's
that's
like
fucking classic.
That old guy
line.
says to Rihanna, like, "You serve on a destroyer? You ready to play with the big boys?" And it's like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it had its moments. It had its moments, and that was pretty much about it. Hey, you better watch that Krampus bell there. But I gotta it is the season for Christmas movies. It really is. I just besides throwing that out there, I had my mom over and we watched Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Oh, that's on Prime right now, and it has Kermit on it.
And it does have Kermit, right? Exactly. I actually bought the video 2 years ago with the Kermit edition on it, and it's funny because the bear actually takes
Arizona is the ship that's sunk.
Okay, and then it was Indianapolis. No, Missouri.
The Missouri.
The
right.
Missouri.
The Missouri.
The Missouri.
The Missouri is there.
Yep.
Aimed towards it.
Right. The Missouri.
Yeah. Okay.
So I actually picked it up, but it's funny because if you don't watch the beginning of that, you don't realize that the scarf that is around the bear's neck was around Kermit's.
Right.
In the beginning, the little riffraffs took the frickin' scarf in the beginning.
Right.
And watching my mom actually, because she hasn't seen that movie since we were
That whole scene
kids.
too establishes those guys as like a gang, as thugs or whatever.
Exactly. And it was so cool just watching my mom kind of rewatching that movie again and seeing her eyes go through it. And that's what I love about Christmas movies. And that's what when we brought up this point last week about Die Hard not being a Christmas movie, and it's funny because I really got into it.
You brought that up.
Yeah, we disagreed.
But I got into it. It's funny because we brought it up on the show, and I got into it all over Twitter this week about it because what was the other one that somebody brought up? It wasn't Die Hard. It was another one that had. I was like, y'all are killing me right now. And it's the whole idea of a Christmas movie is I get you guys' point. Look, it's happening during Christmas. Christmas is going on all around.
Yeah,
but the
Christmas
whole
movie,
idea,
Christmas is a central theme.
It's a theme of it. You walk away with something. There's a lesson to be learned. There's something that you get to come out of it. It's always
the lesson of Die Hard is put
Don't
your
attack
shoes on.
Nakatomi
Put your
Plaza.
shoes on before you hunt the terrorists.
exactly because pulling glass out of your feet. Oh my God! Still
Yeah.
watching this to this day. I'm like,
All I got to say is Santa is one of the most generous human beings on earth. I got a
He is.
$40
He
tip
is.
for watching his sleigh. What a great guy.
and you got your.
None of those reindeer pooed on my lawn, did they?
No, because they were down at Gear's Tree Farm right down the road.
Right.
Although
making
I
sure.
pooed on your lawn when I pulled back. That is gorgeous. Whose gift is that?
Apparently, that's my coal this year.
Ha ha! That's what you get, Eddie Focus. Wow.
I mean, it could be worse. At least it's not Gene.
We have to see that on your tree.
I'm gonna put it on the tree. Don't worry.
All right,
It's going on the
beautiful.
tree.
I like how it's got the chain.
Wait, any gift ornaments go on the tree. That's the rule in this house.
Okay, cool.
Any special ornaments or any gift ornaments. Eventually, we're hoping to have a tree that's all special ornaments. So
That's cool.
I will.
this
You know what?
This is special in its own way.
I will make sure that next year I buy a special ornament that goes on the tree. It won't be rude. It won't be like big titties or anything like that.
This is
Too bad you didn't have the Happy
Here's the thing.
Holidays freaking shuttle that I got you a long time ago.
I don't know where the fuck it is.
Spock here.
I know that it's one of those Hallmark ones. The thing's probably
it
worth
was
money by now.
It was what was it called? The Galileo, right?
Galileo.
It was the Galileo, and you'd hit the button, and it was like it started off like the Star Trek theme, and then it was Spock. It goes Spock here.
Oh, wow.
Happy holidays.
I should open this. Go
Trivia.
ahead.
Do you remember the name of the other shuttle? There were two.
The Bob
That
Back
was
one.
Galileo and
Copernicus.
Yep.
Whoa, I don't even know. That's
Nice.
good.
Yep.
Total Guest Jones. All right, let me open this from, Santa said this is from Hammer and Harry. right?
it's from Harry.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my God! Look
gorgeous-
at those colors.
Look at this. This is the military Ridley gimmick.
Nice.
Oh, my God. It's got the flag.
That what's funny?
That's
The
gorgeous.
Falcons logo makes it look like Special Forces.
Yeah, right?
Actually,
right
yeah,
here.
you're right. That's
And
pretty cool.
it could have
You
been more special this Sunday.
Dude, you're
but-
gonna get attacked by some 80-year-old veterans and be like, "Storm Valor!" And start beating you with his cane.
fuck. Same, whatever. So, I got to tell you what's on my mind real quick,
Go ahead.
if you don't mind me saying so. Somebody in this room, and I don't want to mention any names, but their name is Loki. Actually, I wasn't planning on watching TLC this weekend. I really wasn't, but I was impressed. And I know we're going to cover TLC later in the show, but I wanted to say I was impressed. This might be the best pay-per-view show they've put on all year since WrestleMania. I was so impressed, thoroughly engrossed for that 3 hours.
Kabuki
So good.
Warriors were fantastic.
Oh
and
my
can
God.
I just say that?
And that they
frickin-
main evented the show, so good.
and
So good.
and I thought freaking Asuka was in charge. Nah, her partner there,
Kairi
frickin'
Sane.
Kairi
My
Sane,
God, I love her.
man, much respect. Because I'll tell you what, you could tell that table was when they botched that fucking, not like I said. We'll get into it later. And another big shout out, Becky Lynch, for catching it. If you guys go back,
Yes.
I'm serious, watch it.
Yes.
Watch it. You can see Becky Lynch actually checking to see if Kyrie was okay twice. And then they shifted the table and made sure that she was safe. I mean, these women are on top of it, man.
I think my favorite part was when Charlotte took the chair shot on the outside of the ring. And you remember, I'm watching this a day later, so they have time to 7-second delay and
Yeah.
delete shit. And she gets hit like square back Jones with that chair. Her head and her face is all contorted, and she screams, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
And all you hear the silence for as long as she's screaming. And I'm like, I felt that, Charlotte. I'm not a big Charlotte fan. I'm a fan of her father, but I'm like, Charlotte, I feel you, baby.
No, we said
I feel you.
We said that because that's the other thing. Charlotte got the shit beat out of her, and she showed every ounce of it. Kyrie on the other hand, what a warrior, man.
Oh my God!
What a fucking warrior.
I've liked Kairi Sane since the NXT days. We'll talk about it more when we break down TLC. But I got to tell you, I was not planning until you had said, "Oh, let's break down TLC." Oh, fuck means I got to watch a goddamn show. Here we go.
I still keep
Love the show.
TLC. I'll always watch. Hell in a Cell. I'll always watch. Right, Royal Rumble. Always gonna watch.
Hell in a Cell disappointed this year.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm always gonna watch it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
It's always gonna have my attention. It's always gonna happen. So let's break it down real
Well,
quick.
before you do, what were
No. We're not even going into TLC just yet.
I'm going to
hit-
the other thing, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to ask because I wasn't here and cell service is spotty here. I was trying to watch you guys on YouTube. What were the questions
Oh,
for the giveaway?
so you got to go back to the
Hammer and
episode with Mark Slaughter.
Oh wow, Early Jones
Yep.
right there.
And
All right.
and there was only one weapon.
One
weapon.
There was
Sure.
only one instrument that he did not play.
Okay.
And what was the artist that he thoroughly respected?
Okay.
And then if you
answer both of those, however you can, you win the jersey.
Yep.
And we will put you in contact. You send us your information. We'll
and
send
you guys
it to
make sure, like
Harry
I said,
the
if
Hammer.
you do it right, if you do emails, social media, and all that, you'll be time stamped. It'll say right there
Yes,
when you
we
leave
know who
your
the first is
reply.
gonna be.
We'll know who the first person is. Obviously, that's not going to be it. And the correct answer. So if you misspell it, it will not be correct. We're not
I
going to
like
be
your
like
style.
No, it's not. I can't. I mean,
Guys.
you go right ahead and Spell it again if you want. Yeah, that's a really cool
Look
jersey.
at the jersey he's wearing.
No,
Look at the jerseys
I like
we've
it.
been wearing for weeks and weeks.
Yep.
Look at this military.
That one's a
Calvin Ridley.
badass one. That one's nice.
I am so happy that Harry put this out there for me, and I'm sure you want one for the Vikings. Harry, are you listening?
Yeah, I'll definitely have to throw
Harry
some
the Hammer
Skrilla
is
his
ready.
way for that one because that was
Stitch
a nice.
jerseys at throwback prices. You contact us, we contact Harry.
I like how they do the army lettering too.
Yes,
Very nice.
You
Very-
like that? It looks
yeah.
like your Foot Locker back in the day. I
Yep.
love this. Look at that shit.
Yep.
This is
You're gonna
gorgeous.
have to get me a Smith one. Probably give me nightmares.
That probably would. That's why I won't get a personalized one in these. But hey, guys, not for the giveaway, but if you want to order jerseys from Harry for a little bit more, you can get it personalized. If your last name is Jacobs, if your last name is Stroyeski, if your last name is Barnum, it doesn't matter. Harry can get you the jerseys you want. Contact the Loki Jabroni
Or
Show.
hell, just like we said before, man, you got an extra $80 just kicking around. There's 2 jerseys right there, man. I know you got 2 favorite sports.
Personalized,
Heck,
a little
baseball
bit more.
season's coming around.
Oh, my
the
God,
Yankees
yes.
just dropped $320 million on some kid named Cole.
Garrett Cole.
So they're going
He's
to have a
lights
hell
out.
of a season coming around.
Yeah, but
the
they
Red
let
Sox
they
are.
let Gregorius go.
Yeah, but
How
they-
he was not Jeter, but he was like Jeter light.
He could have been.
You keep him.
Could have been. We'll see. We'll see.
Now he's in
We'll
fucking
see-
Philadelphia.
We'll see if it
Fuck
bites
you,
him.
Drew.
We'll see if it bites him. That's just the way it
All right,
works out.
I know you wanted to talk some NFL talk, so I'm ready
So
to go.
I came up with this little plan, and the reason why is because the dumpster fire known as the NFC East, and this isn't the first time, by the way, the NFC East has pulled this off on us.
No,
by the
it
way.
seems like it's been like
No, it's
every
like-
third
it's-
year in the last couple years.
I maybe not that much, but yeah, it's pretty damn close. But the last time they really pulled this off, it was about 8 years ago, and it was the same teams. It was it was Dallas and the Giants, but now it's Eagles and Dallas right now fighting, and they were both 7-7. And they ended up tying off being 8-8, and I believe Dallas ended up taking it because they beat Giants. Ended up the game tying where, so we decided that we were going to sit back and maybe come up with our own little formula for what we think does work and doesn't work for the NFL playoffs. Because let's be honest, there's nothing worse than being a say 8-5 team like or 8-6 now. I'm sorry, 8-6
Right now,
yeah,
I
8-7.
can't think of anybody
I'm
who's
sorry, they're 8-7.
Yeah, we're 2 weeks away from the end of
The
the
Rams,
season.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the Rams are 8-7. So there's nothing worse than having an 8-7 team. These guys being, and especially being last year's Super Bowl champions. Not being able to, well, not champions, but runnings in against the Patriots.
They're in
and
the running.
try to go up against the Patriots again, but they couldn't even get into the game because they're nowhere next to it. But yet you have a team like Dallas. So Dallas loses next
We're
week.
really going to go the Dallas route.
I'm just saying because right now they're the head of division. So Dallas loses next week, and then
Right.
they'll be 7-8.
I'm gonna bring the standings up just so we have a
No,
really
because they're
good-
both 7-7. I know. The Eagles are 7-7, and the Dallas Cowboys are 7-7.
Okay. As I look at these standings, and I'm just going to go straight down to the.
You got to go over to the AFC. All right,
Yeah,
NFC.
I got to click
There you
that
go.
gimmick.
Yep.
Let's just go to that dumpster fire of the
That's what I'm
NFC
saying.
East. Cowboys lead the division based on a win against the Eagles earlier, 7-7. The Eagles are second at 7-7. The Giants are 3-11, and the Redskins are 3-11.
Right.
This doesn't bother me so bad. What bothers me is that when you go down and you see the 49ers in second in their division. No, we're not going to answer that call. You got the 49ers in second in their division, 11-3. You're welcome, Seahawk fans. That was all us.
big
That was
one.
all Falcons.
Yeah, it was,
Eat
too.
shit and die.
And everybody pissed on them, thinking that wasn't going to happen. Either.
Right. But you have the Vikings at 10-4 battling for a playoff spot. You have the Buccaneers in the NFC South at 7-7.
Same, and that's my point.
No,
Same
if they win
record.
out and come out 9-7, but
They're
you have
better.
they're better than the Cowboys.
Right. But they're not even going to see a playoff spot because of that divisional setup.
Exactly. Now let's go to the AFC.
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead. I'm
Doesn't
listening
that
first.
feel like that actually cheats you in a playoff?
You know, the only time I felt that it cheated us was when the Giants went in as a wild card at 9-7, when there were two teams that could have went in, same record, but all that tiebreaker gimmick bullshit came out and the Giants go in and they win the Super Bowl. I'm pro-Patriot here, guys. Right now, the 9-7 Giants beat the 14-2 Patriots in the Super Bowl on the Tyree head catch.
I was there. I saw that.
Garbage. It was garbage.
Saw that.
There's a certain amount when you look at these things, and again, you have. Let's go back to the NFC.
But I mean, a 9-7 is still a winning record,
right? But if the Cowboys win out at 9-7, you have the 49ers in second in their division at 11-3.
Which, let's be honest, they're probably gonna pull a 5th or a 6th seed with their 11.
It doesn't matter. You could possibly ass out somebody with a better record.
No, you're absolutely right.
And when it comes to my turn, I have the answer to that.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I want to say it was it was worse than that. I want to say it was wasn't it your division not so long ago that also pulled it off, and it was the. I want to say Carolina because it was the year before the Hurricane.
And
wasn't it the Saints? Yes, no, Saints were terrible because
they
didn't have Breeze.
In the Hurricane year, they made it and won.
No, it was after that. Yeah, after the Hurricane, they won it because it was 2010 when they went, and the Hurricane was 2009. Katrina was 2009,
and they
the year after
rode the wave. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Exactly. But no, before that. Drew Brees was hurt. I remember it was a year that Drew Brees was injured the whole year, and the Saints sucked. They were horrible. They were like last in the division.
They were good.
You guys didn't pull anything off. But
we started.
It was Carolina.
Yeah, we started Carolina
that
year
ended up going in
8-8.
Right, exactly. And Carolina was 8-8 as well, and then they ended up going 8-8.
Tiebreaker Jones.
And we were 10-6.
And you missed out.
And we missed out because of that. Now the Bears were better than us because they were 11-5, and Green Bay was 12-4.
Mm-hmm.
So Green Bay went, the Bears went, and we got asked out because of the whole divisional stands.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. Now that's happened to me, and I know it's happened to a few other teams before. Now, adding to what how I felt before and how it cheaps it. Now, you do have a fighting team, and you brought up a good point with the Giants, 9-7 Giants. They went all the way to the Super Bowl.
But they asked out 2 other teams that could have made it with better records.
Right, absolutely. But I mean, we can't say anything negative about that because they did go to the Super Bowl and they ended up winning. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of works in their favor.
But that also goes into what I've said before. If you get hot at the right time.
This is true.
Look, go back to that year you were talking about. The Falcons start 8-0. They obliterated. I'm not talking about 3-point wins. I'm talking about 20-some point wins. And then after the bye week, it seemed like the wheels came off the wagon. We went 8-8. 8-8. We let the Saints pass us because we played them twice. First of all, they get the tiebreaker. And second, we couldn't stop anything.
Right.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. The teams can just come on fire because just like we were talking about with Minnesota, the defense this week was stupid. Stupid. Mm-hmm. Like if you guys decide to wake up now, perfect time to decide to wake up. That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah.
If you're gonna be like that the rest of the season, I feel bad for any team that fucking faces you.
Gotta give a lot of credit to the Bills on Monday night, though.
That's right, dude. I said it on Facebook today. For those of you guys who don't follow me, the 2 teams you are not hearing anything about right now that are playoff bound are the Vikings and the Bills right now, and it's always quiet before the storm, and I love it. I love when people don't make a big deal about teams like this because that's when we come out of nowhere and people are like, where the fuck did they come from?
Isn't that exactly what the Giants did so many years ago against New England?
We brought it up before we went live. Patriots, once again, 11 consecutive seasons that you are once again in the playoff. Do you guys actually wake? This is an actual serious question for you guys out there listening right now, and you want to chime in and give me your answer. If you're a Patriots fan, do you even wake up anymore and think to yourself at the beginning of the season, there's even a worry? Are you even worried at all? Or are you just prepared for this point? You know what I'm saying? Do you literally think to yourself, I'm already going to the freaking playoffs this year. It's just a matter of if I'm going to get the 1st or 2nd seed.
Can I give you the answer? Being that I share a bed with a Patriots fan, being that I live here in this area, much like you do, much like I have many friends that are Patriots fans, most of them, and I'm going to put that capital M word, most of them being real football fans that look at things objectively, yes, Patriot fans wake up and go, oh, it's a new season. We just have to figure out where in the playoffs we are. And that's in week 1 in September.
And I will say, I've been around a very long time, 46 years.
You're old.
I have been a Patriots fan in my past as a child, because my dad was a Patriots fan. But like I said, watching a grown man cry after the Bears obliterated the Patriots in '86.
Well, shit, you got to watch me cry in 2017.
I mean, so it really takes a big old knock out of you. It takes a little shot out of what you want to do from there. But I can understand the pride that you guys have. Like, you finally have a team that's dominant, and they are. Let's not get this twisted. They are a very dominant team. We also brought up before, is this finally Tom Brady's calling card to leave New England?
I say no. I think he.
There's a lot of signs that point to it. Have you heard?
Rumors,
right.
There has.
I mean, he's obviously from California.
Yes.
He is starting a what's known as a fresh food setup.
Well,
where
that John Bon Jovi gimmick, yeah.
Exactly. So he's doing this whole fresh food. Well, guess what, dude? New Englanders, we don't give a fucking rat's ass about that. We love our fat food, all right? So that's another reason why.
Have you seen the weather outside? Of course you
right,
like
we don't
fat
give a
food.
shit about that. His talent agent, or his agent himself, has been looking into, his house is actually up for sale. Tom Brady's house is up for sale. Giselle has been in talks with going over a lot more in California, and her representation is moving over to California too. Could this be a setup for Tom Brady maybe to have I don't know, LA Chargers kind of maybe let him go in and maybe kind of slip Phillip Rivers to the side? Because I got to say one thing.
Rivers is junk.
Right. Dude,
Rivers has
I
been
thought
junk.
Rivers might have had a little something going. And I'm not trying to take anything away from the defense from the Vikings, because you guys busted your ass. And for the big man, that was big man's first touchdown in his career ever.
Yes.
High school, college, from the minute that he started playing this professional football, that was his first one ever. So big on you, big guy. But no, Phillip Rivers, he had a couple great passes where I was like, oh my God, this could be the Phillip Rivers we're used to. Maybe this is the Phillip Rivers we could have seen back in the past that Eli Manning wishes he could have, not scapegoated on. But no, he ended up being the Phillip Rivers we are so used to seeing.
And let's go back. Before I say that, I want to say hello, Curtis Bills, first-time watcher. Thank you.
Thank you, Curtis.
Thank you, Curtis. Share it with your friends. Tell your friends. This is where the real talk happens. If you go back in Chargers history, they draft Drew Brees. They don't know what the hell to do with Drew Brees.
No clue.
And when they finally throw up their hands and go, what the hell do we do with this guy? They send him to New Orleans, and he's a legend. By the way, see what he did for that kid recently?
Yeah.
The kid on the front row that says, I got 3 goals for Christmas. Go to a Saints game, meet Drew Brees, see the Saints win a Super Bowl. Well, the first one he checked off. The second one, Drew Brees comes over, signs his gimmick, and checks it off for him and goes, hey, love you, kid. Class act. I've always said I have heterosexual man love for Drew Brees. Mm-hmm. I'm never going to deny it. It just sucks that he plays for the team that I cannot
I'll never forget
stand.
when there was talk about him leaving the Chargers, Vikings were up in that mix, and I was like, I would have loved to have been a fly on that wall.
Do you know if the Falcons had 1 pick higher, it could have been Drew Brees in Atlanta?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And that's where we are right now, and it's kind of crazy because you look back at who's going on right now. It was Wilson, Ryan, I think.
Russell Wilson, Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan was in that. Cousins.
Yep.
Was in that draft. He was just on the Vikings not so long ago. Went over to gave it a Minneapolis Miracle.
Jiminy Christmas! Oh God!
Case Keenum.
Case
Keenum was in that fucking group. There is a group of quarterbacks that
all came up
right
in that same.
And
12
out of
years
that,
ago.
yeah, and out of that, you got a Super Bowl winner. You got MVPs up in that. I mean, so you got a good.
You got guys that won the Super Bowl, played in the Super Bowl, won MVPs. There's so much in that class.
Yes.
Which kills me. And if any of the Atlanta Bird Brains, I'll share this after the fact. I don't want them commenting here. I don't need Bobby Waffle House calling in saying
Waffle House.
You just angry because Michael Vick. Save it for next time. I don't care.
You
But
can bring it next time.
going back to the point that you're making is how do we fix the NFL playoffs?
Right.
And in my opinion, if you don't mind me starting out,
Absolutely.
if you
Let
look
me grab
at
a beer real
how,
quick. Are you
and
good?
if you, I would love one. Thank you very much. And we've had so much fun with Santa tonight, and finding out that Joey Casada is going to help us lead out 2020, the giveaway. You like that? He's looking at that jersey. You love that. I'm gonna see if Harry can't get you one of those for a discounted price with Smith on the back. But you would have flashbacks coming out of the wazoo.
I might have to get a Thielen just for that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Just have
More than a Thielen.
more than a Thielen.
I know a lot of you guys that are watching, and a lot of you guys in the room right here are not hockey fans. I get it, but hockey,
They do.
their
I
playoffs
like where
are
you're going.
fucking
I like where you're
spectacular.
going. I like where you're going. Yes, you
Points.
are right.
You get in on points. Yes, we have the different divisions. Yes, you get to raise your hand and go, we're the Atlantic Division champions. We're the Pacific Division champions. We're the Northern Division champions.
But we suck so bad, we're not
Right.
going to the playoffs.
But you're not going to be the 3 seed.
yes.
You could be the 8 seed, or you could potentially not even
Not
fucking
show
get
up
in.
at all. Exactly.
You can't get in. So if you go by a point system, and in hockey, for every win you get 2 points. For every loss you get nothing. For every tie you get 1 point. And in hockey, there are a lot of ties.
Yeah.
I'm a huge hockey fan. I am ecstatic over how the Bruins are playing lately. And that's another show for another time. But if you look at, and let me go back
But
to
we're
those
also
standings
talking
real quick. Go ahead, go
hockey.
ahead.
Hockey is what? Is it 40 games?
81 games a
80.
year.
Yeah, I almost thought I was going to say. I thought it was like basketball.
Yeah, it's very much like
yeah.
basketball.
And basketball is almost the same setup too.
It's a lot
so
like baseball, which, and please forgive me if I'm stepping on your point, there are teams that get in based on their record that don't deserve it. But baseball gets it right. It's the 1, 2, 3.
that's the
what is
that's the
it?
hardest
Eastern,
part about
Central,
football
Western,
is we
and-
have 16 games. 16 games to judge this by.
I have an answer.
And
to that.
nobody wants to add an extra game because I think that would be our answer right
I
there.
have an answer to that.
If we go 17 weeks, that would be an odd number. You no longer have this 8-8 bullshit for teams. Now you definitely have a 9-8. So you have a positive number over there, and you can do the point system which you're talking about.
I have an answer to that. My answer was it's a 16-game season right now.
Right.
We've heard about expansion. We've heard about all this stuff. You start the preseason just a little bit early. Nobody gives a fuck about
Nobody
the
gives a
preseason.
rat's ass about preseason. Matter of fact, even cut it down to 3 weeks. How about that?
Cut the preseason down to 2 weeks. You do
I-
2 a
there
days,
you go.
do all
Boom.
your thing.
Boom.
You get 2 weeks to get it done. Have a 19-week season. Okay? I'm saying that, A.
But then we're back to the double digits again. Now we can have a 9-9.
No, we can't. Not with a 19-week season. You can't
Oh,
have
19.
an even
19.
You can't have an
But
even record.
yeah, but if you're doing a bye week, so you're doing a bye week still? Because with mine, I'm still doing a bye week.
One bye week.
So right. So now you're talking.
So you have a 20-week, technically a 20-week NFL
Bingo.
season.
Okay, so you'd have a 20-week NFL season.
You
That's
started
okay.
instead of starting at the second week of September, you started in maybe the third week of August. Great weather, fantastic.
Yeah, you're not moving the Super Bowl. You're not
Nope.
moving the playoffs. Everything still
else
stays
set.
the same.
You just move everything back, and with the advent, hopefully this year we're going to see the XFL the week after Daytona, and we're going to see how that works out. If it lasts more than 1 year, we don't know. Give the people
yeah,
what
we'll
they
see.
want. They want more competitive football. 16 weeks is not enough. Give a 19-week season, 20 weeks basically in the season. People complain the NASCAR season's too long. How many people would complain that they're getting 3 extra weeks of football?
Oh, 'cause
nobody.
These guys are barely lasting 16 weeks. That's the problem. And like you said, I think this would be perfect if you just take 2 weeks away from the play
I'm
from
going
the
to put this damn
preseason.
jersey on. I got to because you're wearing yours. I got to wear
Oh,
mine.
you got to. If you do take away the two weeks of preseason, and a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, well, this is where you make your tweaks and shit." No, let's be honest. This is where you put the last 2 weeks of preseason is usually just that. Like your starters are starting anyways. They're playing for 3 quarters because you're trying to get them as much time before the game starts anyways. So to pull that off, I don't think is too much of a far-fetched. You're not really adding games to players' careers. You're adding games to the actual system itself. And therefore, you're adding more for the records. And that's the other thing. Now you have to decide if you're adding more weeks to it, you're adding more chances for people to break records.
Correct.
Whereas before, when you're talking Walter Payton, he only had 12 weeks of football to try to beat this in a certain amount of time. Now you got somebody getting 19 weeks of football. That's almost 7 weeks extra to try to beat Walter Payton's record. So, I mean...
And Payton took weeks off.
Right, that's exactly...
It was still a 16-week season, but Walter Payton was like, you know what? I'm going to sit this week out.
Right.
We're ahead in the standings. I'm going to sit this week out.
Right, and I'm a little tired. My groin's a little sore.
Fucking gorgeous.
I'm a little sore. So... I see like this could happen. I really like the point system. Maybe we go 3 for a win and 1 for a loss. You know what I'm saying? So you still kind of have the fluctuation of points going on, and then maybe even or not 0, or maybe you give like two for a tie. You know, some kind
3
of
for a win, 2 for a tie. You get nothing for a loss. But here's also
you get like -1 for a loss.
Here's also where I'm going to go is expand the league. Okay, so you have let's say
32 teams is a good amount, though, man.
Much like baseball, you have the East, the Central, the West.
Oh, okay. So you're saying expand the divisions, not the teams.
Possibly,
you want to break down from saying 4 divisions to break down to 3 divisions.
Yes, but if it's lopsided, much like remember back in the day, there were some with 5, some with 4.
Right.
Everything was lopsided. If you have to expand, there's enough quality football players out there that you could build an entire team.
You could do an expansion team.
Look at the Carolina
and the last
Panthers.
time we had an expansion team was Jacksonville Jaguars and Carolina
and
Panthers.
Then somebody left, and
that was
Houston
like 2000 and...
But Houston came in the
2000.
mid-2000s, yeah. So that was just like a filler. But if you have to expand, there's enough quality players. And you look at Carolina, who was expanded and came in Jacksonville in '96. Both of them had made
Minnesota
the playoffs.
Vikings were an expansion team.
In '69, am I doing my math right?
67.
We came in
66
and the Falcons. So, yeah,
Yep.
all right, I get it. If you have to expand the league, expand the league. Give us more football. Give everybody an equal shot. If you have 3 divisions, and you have, say, 1, 2, 3, keep the same playoff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The best 2 from the West, the best 2 from the Central, the best 2 from the East.
I like having the whole 8 seed. I like having that.
If you employ the point system from hockey, you'll have your 3 division champions, and you could ostensibly have 3 more from the West filling everything else, or 3 more from the Central filling everything else.
Right.
Make it fair. If you win and your record is better than, say, second place in the East, which right now is Philadelphia, no offense, Philadelphia fan, but fuck you. You're gone.
Your team played subpar. Blame it on injuries, blame it on coaching, blame it on whatever the fuck it is. The bottom line is your team played subpar this year. You don't deserve it.
You don't get to sneak into the playoffs as a
very
wild card.
Right, exactly. Very rarely do we have the chance that, like you said, the 9-7 Giants go in there and they go all the way to the Super Bowl and win it. How many times does that happen? What, once, twice, maybe? I don't know. I just know the Giants so far. As a matter of fact, I think the Giants are the only ones to ever get a wild card position and go all the way and win the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it gives you right, exactly. It gives you that fantasy that it could happen to my team. It might happen. But the bottom line is it never usually happens. Usually if you're an 8-8 team and you get thrown up against this 4-seed team or this 3-seed team, you get your asses fucking smashed in.
And that's another thing I wanted to bring up. That seeding system, 1 through 6, garbage.
It is garbage.
Why should the number 6 play the hottest team, number 1? Have it be random. Have it be like
every year you can change it up. Right.
You get the little lottery gimmick on ESPN. They're gonna go, okay, the NFL is gonna set the playoffs. Have the remember that old game show, Press Your Luck?
Yeah.
And
then the other thing is you only throw one team for a bye week. Only the top 2, the top AFC team.
1 and 2.
Yeah, and the NFC and the AFC team are the only ones that get a bye week.
Instead of putting 2 against 5 and 3 against 4.
Yes, exactly. It'd be like a lottery.
2 against 3. You could have 4 against 5. You could have 5 against whatever. There's so much you could do.
Dude, we got people right now saying if so and so wins and so loses, the Vikings are going to face the Packers. We shouldn't know this shit. We shouldn't know this shit. It
One of-
shouldn't be to the science. You know what I'm saying?
throwing this out there for Eddie, but I'm sure he'll answer. Do you remember the year? Fuck you, Eddie. That the Falcons went to the Super Bowl and played the Patriots and fucked that whole thing up.
Yeah,
You know, one of the teams we
I
lost
went and
to.
smoked for like the whole third quarter.
Yeah,
I
I
came
know.
back and it was like I literally came into a whole new world.
Exactly. Do you remember one of the teams we lost to that year? Was the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
One of our 2 losses came to the New Orleans Saints. Do you know how many Saints fans says, "Oh, well, we beat you. We should have been there."
Yeah.
Well, what the?
Not with your record.
Yeah.
Not with your record.
Exactly. But
Nice
I
try.
hear that, and Cowboy fans does the same, and sometimes Falcon fan does the same because a couple years ago, I think Seattle went to the Super Bowl. It was like, 6-7 years ago? And we served them a mighty loss. But they went and won, and congratulations to them. Did I sit back and go, well, we beat you, we're the champions,
We
fuck
should have
you.
went.
Horse shit. Hit the button. Good granny.
Well, they won that game.
I know. And Curtis, to answer your question, why did it take so long to put on the shirt? I don't know. But, hey, if you guys want a fantastic jersey like this or like this, Eddie's going to tell you
I am
before the end
really,
of the show.
I'm really, I love it, man. I love it. I can't.
Thank you.
I
Yes.
really, I can't thank you enough, Harry. Thank
Big
you,
ups.
bottom of my heart, man. This is a generous, very generous gift, man. Thank you
Yeah, it
so
is.
much. I can't say anymore. I really can't. Like this is awesome.
Now, I'm interested. You've heard my take. I want to hear your take on how you would change the NFL playoffs.
It's funny that you brought up the whole hockey thing because I'm not a big. Okay. I'm not a big hockey fan anymore. I love when people that watch this show like come up to me and start talking hockey like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? All right. I used to be a huge fucking hockey fan when the fucking Whalers
The best
were
part is I can see him going, you need to contact Chris. He's the one. He's the guy on his couch watching the Bruins every freaking time they play.
Stop right now, okay? But no, I love the system. I love the setup. It's about points, and it should be about points. The NFL still does points. If you actually are one of those old school people like I am, and you still read the newspaper,
Oh, yeah.
and you go to the
Oh, the
sports
aggregate.
column,
Yeah, the
there
aggregate.
you go. It literally breaks down points for, points for against. It literally tells you the breakdown.
like where you're
and
going.
it has the points on the system. All we need to do is keep a tally of these points. The top 8 NFC teams are going. The top 8 AFC teams are going. Does that mean that you can have all 4 teams from one division go? Absolutely. If they all played that well, then they fucking deserve to fucking go. Albeit, fuck yeah. Then the NFC North, then there you go. All fucking 4 teams go. Does that mean all 4 teams are going to the Super Bowl? No, because only one NFC team can go and only one AFC team can go.
Maybe they could.
Well, I mean, then
Call
you
it the Super
then you're
Ultra
bringing-
Mega Super
Then you're
Bowl.
bringing back the NFL
Ooh.
championships, and then that brings it all back to are we counting these things again? You know, so,
Okay.
because if that be the case, then you got a couple of them. I got one of them.
Double-
Detroit's got some of them.
Yep.
The Bears has got some of them.
Double the yards
Giants
on the
has got
field.
some of them.
Double the yards on the field. 4 teams on the field.
Wow.
Yeah, we got
now
this
you're
thing called
talking
Blood
silly.
Bowl.
Now you're talking silly.
No, but
now I'm talking real
I like
blood
the point
sport.
system. I think the blood. The blood
He's like, yeah, bring the blood.
bring the blood.
I think the point system
gonna
is
talk about
where
blood.
we really need to be going at this point because it's a slap in the face of some of these fans that really like. We have it perfect this year. Like there's so many teams that just are doing so well and deserve to be where they are, and they're gonna get slapped down.
Okay.
In 2 weeks from now, somebody's heart is going to get broken, and it doesn't deserve to get broken because their team is going to be better than the other NFC East team going in.
As that guy, I'm going to point out that the Falcons
It's
are
going to be
five-
Buccaneers.
The
I'm
Falcons
telling
are
you, it's going to be the
5-9.
Buccaneers.
The Falcons are 5-9.
Right.
We've beaten Philadelphia.
Yep.
We've beaten Carolina twice. We've beaten
All
the
you got to say
Saints.
is one, dude.
And
One.
San
Well, there you go.
Francisco.
Two teams.
The
No, you're
number
right.
one- the
You're
two
right.
best teams,
The two best
Saints-
teams in the NFC you've beaten. There you
Now,
go.
if that were the case, we deserve a spot in the playoffs if you go by that logic. but our record shows that we lost to teams we shouldn't have lost to,
But
like
then
the
if you go-
Texans, like the Titans.
Right.
Fuck, there were so many teams that we lost to
But if you go
that
by
I
like
sat
we
there
said
every
with the
Sunday
points,
and went, what in the actual fuck are you doing?
You could break it down a lot more. I honestly, the fans, I think they're going to
Okay,
get their
Curtis,
hearts broken.
I'm getting a message right
Oh,
now.
hold on.
Curtis didn't get a shout out. Curtis,
Yeah, you did.
here's your second shout out, right? Curtis,
like
here's
4
your
in a
second
row,
shout out.
buddy.
It's like 4, brother. Curtis, thank you so much for
Like I
watching.
said, I think the fans that are going to get hurt this year are the Buccaneers. I think the Tampa Bay fucking Queers fans are going to get hurt. I do. I think they're going to get butt hurt.
I want to see what their schedule
All
is
they
going
need to
forward.
do, if they win the next 2 games, if they win their next 2 games,
Well, that might be a problem, and I'll explain that in a minute.
who do we got?
Let's
We got
find out.
Texans. I saw
The
Texans.
Texans and the Falcons. The Falcons are playing hot right now.
Okay,
So is Atlanta
all
going
right,
to be a spoiler?
but if they okay, so next week, if Buccaneers beat the Texans, they will be 8-7.
Yes, they will.
And then we'll have to see what happens with
Now-
the NFC East.
Okay.
But I
now
guarantee one of those fuckers is going to lose.
let's go. Let's go to
be
Atlanta's
7 and
schedule
8.
to find out where they're going next. They got the Jaguars next week at 1 o'clock.
That's a cake.
and then of course you
And then
have
you got
the
you got
Buccaneers the next week.
Yeah.
So I'm getting second shout out. Yes, it was a second shout out. We shouted you out earlier,
you
Curtis.
stopped.
Now it's your third shout out.
Go back and watch the show.
Killing me. Anyway, as far as your dissertation on the Buccaneers, it's very possible they could tip that apple cart. But when you look at the standings, there's a lot of teams above them that are better
Right.
records. Can they sneak in?
Yeah, and like I said, the other one, Rams.
Oh,
Rams,
yeah,
Rams fans
right
could,
now
could
yeah.
get their hearts broken too because they have 8 wins, and
Mm-hmm.
right now they're right on the edge. You know, I mean they had a
the
good
loss
season.
the loss to Dallas hurt them
Yeah, that was
Hurt.
a rough one. That was a rough
Hurt.
one too. That was and Dallas
in
played
conference.
and Dallas played like champions. I mean, like we didn't expect to see them play like that.
They haven't played like
All
that
right.
since '95.
So, guys, we really hope you really liked our breakdown for the playoffs. If you guys have any ideas of what you think might actually work out better, I don't see anything being better than actually, like I said, extending it by 2 weeks and going on to a point system. We need to break ourselves clear of this whole we are in divisions, and just because you're a division champion, you're in the playoffs. No, it just doesn't work that way. It's weak. It breeds mediocrity, in my honest, humble opinion. That's what it does. And not breaking mediocrity, let's go right to TLC.
I'm trying to find the results right now so we can talk about each match. Here's something I don't get. I didn't watch the pre-show.
Oh, by the way,
ahead.
while you're looking for that, I love we do a lot of bashing here at the Loki and Jabroni show of the WWE creative brain.
Oh, no, not
we
us.
We do, and I gotta say, most of it is well deserved. It really is.
Yeah.
But for the one person who finally got it in their head to make Bray Wyatt a character and The Fiend
Oh, is that so
a
gorgeous?
character.
Oh, I didn't want to ruin it.
Oh
Thank you.
my God, people! Finally,
Oh, my
somebody
God.
Weren't we
fucking got
talking
it.
about that?
Yes,
Yes,
We were talking about
separating the character.
separating the fucking characters. Finally, somebody decided we need to fucking make them feel to separate the character.
Oh my God, it was
Wow.
so good,
And it was perfect.
so good.
No, it was perfect. How he did it, and good on Bray. Really, Bray Wyatt is, dude. He's ready. He is
Oh, yeah.
ready to take the WWE.
He's been ready for
in
2
his
years.
hands. Yeah,
We
but
said this like 3 years ago.
Exactly. Thank
was
you,
not,
Eddie.
He was not being utilized well.
right. But from what everything that they've fucking put this dude through, like he is, give it to him.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
1,000%.
Let him run with this fucking company like a child with a pair of scissors, because he is going to fucking amaze the shit out. You want to save yourself from? Well, I mean, AEW is not doing themselves very many favors, like we talked about last week in our show. But if you want to really let this company shine, you let this boy be your face.
I'll
You
get
let
to
him
that
be
when
your
we get
face.
to that match.
But go right ahead. Yeah.
I'm so interested, but I didn't watch the pre-show. I watched on Monday, obviously, on the WWE Network, which I get through LoganJabroni.com, which if the website's back up, you can get through our WWE affiliate link. I couldn't order Amazon stuff this week. I'm sorry, Eddie.
Why the link's on the Facebook
Broke
page.
his shit.
But it wasn't there.
It's been pinned to the top
Anyway.
this whole time.
Everybody says that.
You know what? I'm going to tell
He's
Santa.
one of them. Wow.
I'll tell you what, though.
I'm going to tell
I am
Santa
ordering
to
a pair of
take away
boots
your
this week.
gimmicks.
Boom.
I'm going to tell Santa to take away your Paul Stanley gimmick.
Boom.
Too late. It's on the tree.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
I got to get a picture of that shit. Anyway, from what I heard, the pre-show match was phenomenal, which
It
I
was.
now have to go back and watch again. It was Humberto Carrillo defeating Andrade. I don't know if he's got a name now. It's just Andrade.
Andrade.
It was Andrade Almas, but oh, nice. I see the picture now. Very nice. Show stealer, from what I understand. And here's where WWE goes wrong. Put that on the main show.
Yes.
If you want to take a match that
Yes,
I
thank
thought really nothing of,
How about Roman Reigns?
how about Lashley and Rusev?
Oh, thank you. And then Lana's getting married to him. Like, dude, Can
I'm
I
getting
just
a
say?
gimmick. Fuck
Can I
this.
just say
I can
this?
still hear you.
Batista and is it Batista and what's her face right now?
Melina.
It's Melina all over fucking Twitter, dude. They are the hottest
Oh, no,
thing.
Dana Brooks.
Yes, Dana Brooks. Yes, I was gonna say Dana instead of Lana, but yes, hottest thing Twitter's got going right now, dude. They are fucking phenomenal, and everybody going out of their way saying, "Oh, Batista's a married man. He's an asshole. He shouldn't be doing this." You guys are a bunch of marks. You guys are a bunch of fucking lonely marks. If you truly, honestly believe that Batista and fucking Dana are doing something, dude, they are playing you guys for a bunch of fucking suckers, and I'm loving every fucking second of it. Dude.
I'm dying.
I love it.
I
I love it.
really
I
am.
love
I'm
it.
dying.
I love
I'm
it.
dying.
Because this Lana and this Lashley thing, dude, is a fucking joke. I wish they would squash this thing, but they're gonna follow it all the way to the end. They're gonna. Oh my god, dude! You're right though. That could have been a pre-match. That could have been a.
Lashley
Nobody
and
gives a
Rusev
fuck
should
about
have
it.
been on the pre-show, but we'll talk about that more when we get to the thing. But Humberto, am I saying that right? Humberto Carrillo beat Andrade, who is basically Mr. Charlotte Flair.
Yes.
Whatever. Zelina Vega's hot. I'm gonna leave it
whatever.
at that.
Zachary answered correctly.
Oh, what's the
Damn!
Oh, we got one. What's the answer?
It's episode 15.
Yep.
Mark Slaughter does not play the drums,
Yep.
and the artist was Sammy Hagar.
Very nice, Zachary. Send your information, which I did. You send your information. Free jersey of your choice: MLB, NBA, NHL,
Hey,
NFL.
Manning's retiring this year.
Yeah, you might want to get that Manning gimmick in. Congratulations, Zachary, and this is why. Tell your friends,
God,
if you want
dude,
live giveaways, this is the place to be.
They listened to that whole episode in like 10 minutes.
Dude, that was awesome.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Congratulations, Zachary,
Dude,
wherever
he's
you
all
are.
over that shit. Fuck yeah.
Man, I was
Good
like
shit, bro.
I dug deep in the archives.
Yeah,
for that
you
one, too.
did. I watched you here.
He was all over that.
That
Fucking
I was actually
fantastic,
refreshing
man.
my memory. I was listening to it earlier.
We might have to go back and watch a goddamn Giants game at his house just for that.
Oh,
now.
my God.
We'll give him the jersey and
That's
everything.
not part of the content.
Let's go to the
Yeah, it would
pay-per-view. The first match was the New Day defeating the Revival, who's one of my favorite tag teams.
I do like the Revival.
Match went a little too long.
I felt it went very long, but once again, we haven't
20 minutes.
We haven't seen New Day in a while. They've been doing a whole lot of that whole speaking on the side
Well,
bullshit.
Xavier's hurt. You only have Kofi and Biggie.
Right. And
But Kofi's just coming
I
off
heard-
a world title run.
honestly, the world title.
Exactly.
without
Exactly.
making any more fun of Kofi and their fans. I
Take
heard,
it that didn't go well.
oh, you didn't see it?
Went fine until Brock
I
got him.
saw when he won.
Yeah,
Did you
didn't
see when he lost?
No.
You
5
might want to look
seconds,
that up.
2 seconds, right?
Like 9 seconds.
He jumped at him. Brock caught him. F5, 1, 2, 3. It was over.
Yeah, it was like 9 seconds
It
long.
was horrible.
Well,
It
I
was-
give them points for realism.
Yeah,
'cause
no, it was real.
Kofi's not a big guy
No, it was real.
compared
He
to like
fucking-
some. Of the,
he beat the
I mean, he's
bejesus out of him.
athletic. Don't get him wrong, but he's not compared to Brock.
Yeah, no.
He's a small man.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
You know.
So, anyways, I've heard Xavier is pretty much out. He's going to be out for the next year.
I don't know
something
what
about
the injury-
Achilles,
I don't know what the
Achilles
injury-
tendon or something like
Really?
that. Yeah.
That's that Dan Marino thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I could be wrong with the Achilles tendon, but I did hear it's a year thing, a year fucking injury. He talked about it on his podcast, Up, Down, Down.
Yep.
He said that he's going to be really focusing a lot on video games because, unfortunately, his wrestling career is going to be on pause for quite, and I say this quote, for quite a while.
That sucks because I love Xavier
I know
Woods.
he and not only that, he really started
Yeah.
stepping into his own lately.
After surgery, it'll take him 6 months to a year to recover.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he's at least out half a season.
Easy.
So no pay-per-views.
easy, exactly, easy.
You can't do the pay-per-views. You don't have a season.
He really has been stepping up. As far as being a definitive member of New Day, he really had to step up in that aspect when Kofi became champion because they still had to defend those titles.
Right, you had
and
the
do their whole
tag team
thing.
gimmick
right,
going on.
exactly. So
and they did the whole Freebird thing where any three of them could go in and
exactly,
da-da.
which I loved it. I have no problem with that. That's what their brand is. That's their stable.
Honestly, I thought the match went about 5 to 10 minutes too long. I thought they could have done that quicker.
I think they were just kind of blowing up Kofi a little bit more. I think that's what they were
But
kind
at
of
the
going
same
for.
time, I think they wanted to make the Revival a little bit more in people's eyes than just seeing these guys.
buy
as,
that.
Here's some also rans. The Revival is good.
They are good.
And if you don't dig the Revival, you don't dig wrestling.
You don't understand wrestling. You're right.
You know what? You know who they remind me of?
Heart Foundation?
Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson was the first.
There you go.
Heart
I was gonna say Heart Foundation. Yes, they get the job done. It might not be pretty. It might not be flashy. But when you think about what they do, they usually pinpoint a target.
another one.
They usually
Midnight Express.
bingo. There you go. They assassinate their targets.
Mm-hmm.
They go out and they pick apart and they break that part down.
Right. The match that I thought was the best match of the night, having not seen what everybody said was the best match, which was Andrade and Humberto Gimmick Schnebitz. Humberto Carrillo, I got the first name right. My favorite match of the night was Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy.
Oh my
Aleister
God,
Black
Murphy Black match. Yes,
broke his nose,
Yes.
broke Aleister Black's nose like 3 minutes into the match, and
the
it
dude
just
didn't
oh
stop.
my God! You know what I liked about that match is it was nonstop, and I don't look if you want to grab a hold and you want to sell a thing like the Revival, who we just talked about. If you want to sell that, sell that. But these guys acted like they were in a war. War. And they just beat the ever-loving shit out of each
Aleister
other.
Black, that's how I depict Aleister Black. I depict him as a man who is constantly at war with
yeah.
himself, with his target.
You've seen his vignettes
Yeah,
where he's like,
absolutely.
who's gonna knock on my door? Who's gonna answer my challenge?
Right. And that's just the whole idea. So when you go to battle, when you go to war with a person like that, that's exactly what you're doing. You're bringing your A game. And if you don't, you're getting run.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're getting run. That's like Game of Thrones. I'm not a big Game of Thrones fan, but
Neither am I, but the missus is.
what's his face? Aquaman.
Never seen an episode. Momoa?
Momoa had that one dude. He played the character Crow, or I forget his name too. I just remember the fight scene. That's the biggest thing. Like I said, you see videos here and there, and the biggest thing was this motherfucker takes off his armor. This guy's got a sword. He throws his fucking knife, and it's just like, he's like, bring it.
Yeah, hand.
And then he rips his fucking guy's tongue out and throws it aside and breaks the guy's
Yes!
neck without a fucking sword, But that's just it. This guy's got a sword. This guy's got this. But this guy had his A game going. And you ain't going to beat that. I don't give a fuck who you are, man. You're going to get your tongue ripped out. You're going to get your fucking ass stomped in. And that's the way it's going to work out. And that's what I feel like Aleister Black brings every single time he steps in that ring. You get 100% Black every time.
Amen. And
There is
I
no
love the
other,
entrance.
there is
I
no-
love
yes,
the work.
do,
I love
yes.
everything he does.
I love him.
Buddy
I love
Murphy,
him.
very underappreciated.
Agreed. Agreed.
I would love to see
They
them.
worked very well together.
Oh, absolutely.
They reminded me of Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles.
I'm going to go
the way
even
that they-
further. I'm going to go even further back in the day. Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy reminded me of Bret Hart versus Kurt Hennig.
Ooh, okay. Yes, Mr. Perfect. I could go with that. I could go with that.
That entire match, I did not take my eyes off the screen. I was just completely enamored with what was going on. And I like Aleister Black, but I'm a huge fan of Buddy Murphy. And I'm like, okay, this is good. This is real good. The fact that at the beginning of the match, Buddy Murphy gets introduced first. He does the over-the-rope thing that Aleister Black does. He gets in that, they call it crisscross applesauce now.
Yeah,
I'm going to call it Indian style. Sitting in the ring like Aleister Black saying, okay, I'm here. Bring it. So now Aleister Black does the rise up from the thing. He comes down the ramp. He does the thing over the ropes. He does the crisscross applesauce Indian style. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck what you call it. And they're staring at each other for like 90 seconds. They're staring at each other.
Yeah, that intensity.
Big fight feel. That's what sold me. And then the match was just so amazing.
All over it. Absolutely.
The match we got after that was the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar.
Still like the
beat
Viking
the
Raiders,
OC.
man. I do like the Viking Raiders. They're a little rough around
Can
the
I
edges
ask
still.
you a dumb question?
Absolutely.
You watch a show. Mm-hmm. Did you hear the skull chants?
Yes, I did.
It was
yes, I
fucking
did.
amazing.
I think.
I wrote that down. I'm like, Mike's going to love this
Can I
shit.
just say, like, if these guys, like, if the Vikings ever do win a Super Bowl, Vince is going to get on that fucking board so fast.
Hells
You know it's
yes.
going to be all over that dude. But, yeah, good on him for bringing that skull and bringing it back to NFL
And it was
real
in
quick.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, I
the
know.
pay-per-view was in
Yes,
Minneapolis.
that was the best part.
If
That
Tommy
was the best
Summers,
part.
God love you, Tommy Summers. If Tommy Summers was in the crowd, I could picture him, skull, skull,
And don't forget,
skull.
Mr. Perfect, also.
Oh, Minnesota
from
boy,
that fucking
Elk River.
area, exactly. And real quick, for you Twitter faniacs out there, Randy Orton recently, somebody asked him who one of his favorite wrestlers that he got to wrestle with was, and he brought up Kurt Hennig. He said it was just like butter. He said he had no control of it, and it was the best time he ever had. And I can buy that because that man
when we
looked
did
like
our top 10, Kurt Hennig
Kurt
was
Hennig
like
was
number
absolutely
3 or
there.
4
He's-
on my list.
Dude.
Amazing.
the toss, the toss over the shoulder. Come on, man.
The fact that these guys, the Viking Raiders, aren't exactly what you look at and you go, oh, this is something I'd like. That goes back to our era.
Yeah.
Back when we were in 1984, we saw King Kong Bundy. We saw John Studd. You know, we saw bigger guys who could move, but these guys harken back to that era.
Yes.
And then you have Gallows and Anderson, who are both built and
I like Anderson. I like Gallows a lot. I think Gallows is underused.
I think Gallows is underused, but I like Anderson on the mic because he comes up with
He's
the
slick.
funniest shit.
He reminds me of the MJK cat. Or
MJF.
MJF, thank you. I always say MJK for some reason.
Understood.
But MJF, yeah. He reminds me, he's like, he gets at you and you don't realize he got to you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Great match either way. It was relatively short, 8 minutes, 30 seconds, yada, yada. But they did what they had to do to entertain the crowd, and the Viking Warriors come out as the champions.
Well, you knew that was going to
Viking
happen,
Raiders,
especially
I'm sorry.
in Minneapolis. I mean, I surprised.
Oh,
they-
you couldn't have the
I'm surprised.
Viking
I was gonna
Raiders
say,
come out without
I'm surprised
the
they
belts.
didn't blow the horn, though. I mean, you know.
All right, the next match, I saw glimmers of greatness, and then I saw them throw everything up against the wall to see
Hold
what
on,
would
before
stick.
we, I've
Go
been
ahead.
sitting on this one for a little bit.
I know you have.
So we've been fans of this brand for a while. Bird Dog Whiskey.
The chocolate is
And
great.
I don't even like whiskey.
peaches. But I like
Exactly.
Bird Dog.
That's what I got. That's my follow through. Peach has been outstanding. The Bird Dog Peach is.
The strawberry was.
No,
I
that
was going to
was-
say the strawberry. Gorgeous.
But so this is apple, and I'm sitting here looking at it. It looks like it's a red apple.
It really does.
It does. And every other whiskey that has apple has used a green apple, if you haven't noticed. Crown Apple's
Crown
green.
Royal, Jack Daniels,
Is
etc.
green.
I
yeah.
imagine the
and even Jim
tartness-
Beam
Yes.
has a green apple.
I
So-
imagine the tartness goes better with the mash and stuff they use. So.
This is all him. I'm not even going to even think about
Can I
that.
sniff before you go?
Yeah,
I just want to.
No, sir.
So I looked at it, and it's funny because I grabbed it, and we already talked about the lady that works at Island
I
Packing.
do like the smell.
And I looked at it, and she's like, "You double thinking it. It means you don't want to grab it." And I was like, "Yeah, but I like Bird Dog, and I like apple whiskey, so like, you know, I want to give it a shot." And the biggest thing is, like I said, it's red. It's a red apple, so it's gonna be a sweeter. And I think you're right. I think the tartness of a green apple is what really brings out the whiskey. So here we go, people.
All right, do it. He's drinking it.
Finish the whole thing.
Wow. All right. Oh,
Yeah, that's not as
his face is telling a story.
that's not as good as a green apple.
All right.
We'll say that.
Wash your palate down with the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Because I imagine it kind of gives a taste of cider.
It's not exactly.
And-
It's not bad at first, but it does. It has that really, really bright apple flavor afterwards, and now.
It actually it smelled like a Connecticut apple almost, like
Right,
the-
like
the
aroma
cons-
or like
aroma,
yeah.
That's what it smelled like. So at first I'm like, that's not bad, but it's like
All right, carry on. I'm sorry.
All right.
I was sitting here spinning this thing for like the
the
last
strawberries
half hour,
smelled
man.
good too at first. So
Yeah.
For 22 minutes and 20 seconds, we got a match.
We had a fantastic match. If this is the match you're talking about.
For 17 minutes, I think we had a great match, and then there was a bunch of schnabbits thrown in that I really didn't buy. King Corbin defeats Roman Reigns with the help of Dolph Ziggler, Dash and Dawson of the Revival. It just became a clusterfuck at the end.
It really did.
The first 17 minutes were fantastic, and then they threw everybody else in, and
That
they
pissed me
just
off.
basically
And that
pissed
me
on
off.
all over
That-
it.
What that does is that just takes the actual worth of Baron Corbin down. You are no longer King Corbin in my eyes. You are now back to Baron Corbin.
You're like Schmuck Corbin.
You are. You're Schmo Corbin. You're Schmo Corbin.
I'll buy it.
The only way you could have saved yourself is if you. The rumors are, and actually they're not rumors. He's actually has been signed by the WWE. What's his name?
Which one?
Superstar throws his hands up. Wind constantly blows. Look like the Doors singer.
John Morrison.
Thank you.
He's
John
back.
Morrison is back
I'm
in the
hoping
WWE.
on the 30th
I was
he's gonna
actually
be there.
really hoping he would show up at the fucking match last night, and he didn't. And I thought this
They're
would
gonna
be the
build
ones
it.
that he was
They're
going to
gonna
do.
build it.
No, I know they're going to build it, and he deserves it. Can I just say that? He deserves it. For all you fucking people out there that said, "Oh, John Morrison didn't do nothing, man."
Dude, John Morrison's
Dude,
badass.
he was a superstar. He is a superstar. And wait until he gets on the microphone. It is exactly what this fucking company needs right now. We have nobody that can talk on the microphone. When is the last time you saw John Cena do a fucking pay-per-view? Can I ask you that?
WrestleMania.
Thank you. How long ago was that?
8 months ago.
Yeah. Where do you think John Cena's going, people?
WrestleMania next year.
No, probably not. He's probably signing on. Maybe AEW, maybe somewhere else. Maybe he's just going to retire altogether.
Wait. If you don't think John Cena is going to be at WrestleMania this coming March/April, whenever
Well,
it is,
yes.
he's going to be there.
Well, he's signed until this WrestleMania.
Right.
He is signed. His contract is up until that. So yes, he is going to be there for that. Will he be in the company after that is the question. And will he be in the company at all? In any company?
I think he's going to go the
At
Rock
all.
route. I think he's going to come back when
I think
it's
he's done
necessary.
now too. I think you
He's
know
been
what?
he's been the face of the company
Dude, he
for
has.
12
He has.
years.
The guy can rest.
Hogan didn't even have a 12-year run. John Cena, you're right. John Cena needs a rest.
He does. He got to let some of these people come up and take over the spot.
Holy Moses.
I mean, he doesn't wrestle as much as he used to, though.
You know,
And that's what I'm saying. He's
You know what the
working his way
strangest thing
out.
is? We're not talking about the match, which was basically violence for violence sake, but we're talking more about John Cena. That's how much that match sucked, by the way. King Corbin versus Roman Reigns could have been so much better.
We're not talking about the match because I
They
wanted
took
Morrison
22
to
minutes of
show
our
up
life.
just to make the match better.
They took 22 minutes
And
of
I'm
our
a King
life.
Corbin fan.
So am I.
Since he became King Corbin, I have been a fan. I've been on your side. Since you shaved your head. You remember back when we were it wasn't the pay-per-view the last time, but the last time before that when we were at the deck.
We're talking about his receding
We were
hairline.
saying his receding hairline was horrible. And even I was like, dude, I'm getting to that point now where I'm getting ready to fucking
Where is
shave
he?
it. And he did the same thing. And I was like, good on you, mate. That is a good fucking look for you.
Right.
And shit started looking good for Corbin. He actually got the sexiest man in WWE for like a week.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Shit was looking good for him. And then you come out and you have a match like this where you have to rely on everybody but your fucking mother to show up and try to win this against Roman Reigns. Against Roman Reigns, dude. Like, that's the worst part. I talk so much shit on Roman Reigns and I got your back, and you can't even supply. You got nothing for me. You got zero for me, Corbin. Zero.
I got you. 22 minutes of our life that we'll never get back.
Yeah.
Now,
That's your fault, Corbin.
we're
That's
going
your
to talk
fault.
about a match that should have had 22 minutes more on it.
I was going to say, I don't think they could have given us 22 more minutes, man. They gave us everything. And I really feel like Gary Sane gave us more than everything.
And we're going to talk about her before you know it. It's 3 matches away. This match that we're about to talk about should have gotten more, but the 5 minutes after the match was so amazing.
Oh, I got you.
Was
Yes.
the best. We're talking about Bray Wyatt, the Universal Champion, defeating The Miz in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. First of all,
Sorry, Miz.
the Miz comes
You
down.
needed a statement. No.
Does his gimmick.
Yep.
And then Bray Wyatt comes down. Hey, where? I don't even know the song. I'm so glad that you're my friend.
Yeah,
and
it's
all
the
bullshit. That'll never-
Firefly House.
So good. Love that stuff. And he's got the sweater. He's doing the match as Bray Wyatt, in quotation marks. If you're not on YouTube, you're missing out.
Yeah.
In quotation marks, Bray Wyatt, the
Because-
Firefly Funhouse guy.
As we said at the beginning of this, The Fiend
Separate the two.
and Bray Wyatt are 2 separate characters
Now,
now.
in 6 minutes and 40 seconds, he beats The Miz. Great match. However, he starts hearing that buzzing in the arena. He goes, oh my God, he's here. I'm guessing that Bray is, the whole story is The Fiend is here. Oh my God, he's here. I'm waiting. When the lights go out, I'm waiting for the Fiend mask. I'm waiting for him to beat the shit out of The Miz, who I really don't like, but I know you like. This is where we go sideways. And when the lights come on, it's a guy in sweatpants and a hoodie and yada yada. It's Daniel fucking Bryan who beats the shit out of him and leaves him laying. Is like, okay, a couple weeks ago, I guess it's on SmackDown.
And he
pulls
looks
him
like
under the
hell,
ring.
people. I'm sorry. If you look like Daniel Bryan
Eat a steak.
a
bro.
year ago to Daniel Bryan now, his hair is the same. His beard
shaved his
is
head.
the same.
He shaved his beard.
Everything is the same. Except he just looks so gaunt
Look,
now.
yeah, exactly.
He
Gaunt and
looks
pallid.
just
He's
so
like not.
pasty and
Eddie's going to the Google machine. I like this.
you'll see it, dude. It's horrible. He looks like a white Kermit.
Oh my God.
Like that's
I actually heard him say that.
the only way I could say it, man. He looks like a white Kermit. Like it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
I don't even know what to say on that.
But yeah, absolutely.
But to see what he did at the end of that match, and he's like, oh my God, he's here, he's here. I'm waiting for the Fiend. I'm waiting for the lights to go out, and he puts on the mask. He beats the shit out of The Miz. Again, I like The Miz. I'm just not a fan of
right,
The Miz.
right,
if you will.
absolutely, absolutely.
Much like I am a fan
Oh,
of
his
Drew
character is
Brees.
annoying.
I am not a fan
Look.
of the Saints.
Yes, the Miz's character is annoying. Get this straight.
But The Miz is amazing.
I don't think the Miz's character is awesome. I love the Miz.
Right.
I love what he's done.
I'm going to let you take this.
I love that. If you guys are an actual Miz fan, you knew that he grew up in the fucking MTV era. He was one of the original ones on that whole what the hell was that show? Ed? Real World. He was second Real World, and he came out as the Miz in Real World. He was Mike, whatever the fuck his name is, and he told people in the Real World, "I'm gonna be a WWE superstar," and he did it, man. So I got nothing but respect for the guy, man. The guy's got a.
He definitely plays that up,
He
and
did. I mean, and even now, when you watch the guy, I mean, even he's got his own show, The Miz and Mrs.
Yeah.
Like he lifts it up, man. The guy's on fire, dude.
Well,
You
it
can't
just
hate.
goes to show if you're gonna do something, you need to eat, breathe, and sleep it. So
he does.
He built the character way back then, and he lived it all the way
He owns it,
until Vince McMahon said, "All right, boy, come on in."
Yep.
And there you go.
and that's why I buy his merchandise.
and he's
I love
popular.
I love the guy, man. He's
So
fucking.
I find him annoying, but yeah.
Like I said, but you gotta. It's the character. It's just like when you're like, who's that one guy that always plays that bad guy with a scar? He was on Sons of Anarchy.
Ron
He-
Perlman?
no, not
No.
Ron Perlman.
Oh,
He has the smile fucking scar. He's Scottish. He's been in a
I
few
know
movies. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know his name.
He
though.
always kind of plays like that bad guy just because he has that scar. But I kind of almost feel like he got that scar and he got into acting and utilizes that scar just to get those roles.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what The Miz does. The Miz knew what he had going forward. He knew what he had going into this. And he just owns it. He just fucking owns it, you know? And
Yeah.
you can't hate on that.
No,
You fucking
no.
can't hate on that.
Here's the thing. I'll never hate on anyone for making paper.
No.
Never. I don't care who you are.
Respect.
I will say your shit is trash.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I will
got no
never
respect,
I
yeah.
will never fault any even fucking what's her name? The Cash Me Outside chick, Bad Barbie or
Yeah,
whatever.
bad Bobby.
Like she's trash, but I will never fault her for making money off of
Hey,
that
they're
show.
doing it, Ninja.
And-
What? I was funny. I fucking called Alex out the other day, and I was like, "Hey, Alex." He goes, "What's up, Dad?" I was like, "Ninja makes almost fucking $100 million a year for playing video games." Yeah, I know. What happened to you?
Where you at?
I thought I raised you right, you
Where
son
you
of a
at?
bitch. What are you gonna be, a lawyer or a doctor?
You know?
Where you at? The match that I thought should have been on the pre-show, but
Actually,
I understand.
hang on.
Go
time
ahead.
out.
Go ahead.
Anna's already growing up right. She said to me the other day, "I want to be a YouTuber." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah.
She's already all over that Minecraft, and she's fucking pretty good.
She's
man.
killing it.
She was
Oh, yeah.
showing me that
Oh, and,
fucking shit she built the other day, and I was like, "You didn't build this." She goes, "Yes, I did."
Oh,
Can I
She
tell
got
you?
so offended. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you built that."
Can I tell you?
Well, when you guys log into Xbox, you probably see her on Roblox.
Yeah.
Well, you see me on
I
Roblox.
see you
all the
on
time.
Roblox.
Can I-
How many
yeah.
achievements do I have?
Yeah.
Can I tell you? I went upstairs the first time I went to visit the executive washroom, and she says, "You're Santa Claus." I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
She's not stupid, man.
I saw the suit down here. I'm like, Santa only wears that suit once a year. He wore that to see you. He was wearing. I don't know how I explained it, but I remember saying he was wearing a suit because he's riding an Arctic Cat snowmobile to go back to the North Pole. She goes, "So that was the real Santa?" Like, fuck yeah, it was. She bought it, hook, line, and sinker. Done.
Effing it, yo.
Just done.
She's an awesome kid.
Nah,
Yeah, she is.
you can
She's
tell
really
her thinking out. All right, so let's break down the
All
rest
right.
of this because we're getting close, man.
Oh, cripes. The match that should have been on the pre-show, 13 minutes and change that we could have gotten back. Bobby Lashley defeats Rusev in a tables match.
Yeah.
This
All right, first of all,
storyline
each
is
one of
garbage.
these guys is like 400 pounds. So if you actually sit them on a table, it's going to
300
break.
each, yeah.
It's going to break.
But did you see the spot where they put him through? They tried to put him through the table and didn't fucking break.
I know.
Fuck. Like, do you not gimmick these tables ahead of time?
That just symbolizes Lashley's career in one setup. Okay?
I'm glad you said that before I did, because in
No, I don't give a fuck if y'all hate
Does
me
look
for
like
it.
Kermit.
No, you could. Thank you.
in my opinion, Lashley's a joke.
He is. I wanted nothing but gold for you, Lashley. Look at me, motherfucker. When I heard you were coming back, I was like, yes, we're gonna have another powerhouse in WWE. He's got the charisma of a turd.
Were you
but-
with me at the Bellator MMA? By the way, underneath this jersey, I'm wearing the Bellator shirt.
Yes, I
where
did.
Lashley fought at Mohegan
Yes,
Sun.
yes.
He was amazing.
He's an animal.
Yes.
He's an animal, and that's what I
in
was.
wrestling, he's a joke.
No, he's an asshole. He's an absolute fucking asshole.
joke.
He's an asshole. And this is the whole point. Like, even when he's sitting there with Lana, like he's a like, dude, you have a gorgeous blonde in your bed. At least look like you got a hard on. Like, I understand it's not working, dude, because that shit's probably fucking been broken for fucking 20 years now at this
Must be
point.
the steroids.
But Jesus, dude, like, you just look like, okay, this blonde's gonna grab my shit. No, she's not. She's probably gonna go home and get fucking stuffed by John Cena. That's why you haven't seen him for fucking 8 months. He's banging fucking Lana now. But no, these two and Rusev.
Oh,
At
how
one
far
point,
has he fallen?
you were, dude. You could.
He was the man.
You could shit, and people would buy that for $1 million. Rusev Day was the most incredible thing ever created, and we didn't even appreciate it until it was at its fullest. And even when it was at its fullest, you didn't deserve it. But we went with it. And now we're left with this. Rusev, you're an incredible wrestler, dude. You need to step back, maybe take about 4 months off. Go reestablish your character again. Become the heel that we know and we love. Separate yourself from Lana. Lana needs to do the same. And you both need to get the fuck away from Lashley.
Yeah, the problem is they're pushing her movie under her real name, CJ Perry.
Yes.
They're pushing her movie in every commercial break during, say, Raw.
Oh, just like they always did. They did it with Seth Rollins. They did it with fucking John
First of all,
Cena.
what I like to point out
Predator.
is all those people that were like, Lana's legit
Terminator.
Russian. No,
she's not.
She was born in Russia.
Yeah.
She grew up in St. Petersburg, Florida. I was right. You were wrong. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. Next question. This whole thing.
When you
every
see
night-
her going out to her parents, that wasn't her parents. That was
No.
her WWE parents.
Actors.
Yeah, exactly, people.
what bothers me.
You guys are a
and-
bunch of clowns.
and
I
maybe-
swear to God, you're all a bunch of clowns.
Eddie's about to kick my ass because I'm going to say this. The last time somebody booked a divorce angle, a family got killed.
Yes,
Chris Benoit.
yes. But that was as tasteless.
You see his eyes? Do you see his eyes?
That was
Go
as
ahead, hit it.
tasteless as this story is right now.
Exactly. In 10 years from now, are we going to see Rusev kill Lana and 2 kids or anybody?
Well,
You don't
thank God
know.
they don't have kids together.
Not yet.
But no,
Fuck it.
I don't like this angle. I think it's garbage, and I do agree with you. This could have been the pre-match match, and we could have had the first match show up here, and people would have been amazed.
Umberto versus Andrade would have been better.
Right. So let's move on because
Last
these
match of the night.
douchebags don't deserve any more time.
Last match of the night, which
Was
I thought was fantastic.
The best match ever.
Tables, ladders, and chairs match with the belts hanging
With
high
women.
above the ring.
With women.
Once again, the women folk are leading the charge on WWE. The best match of the night.
Say that again,
Past
bro.
Buddy Murphy.
Say that again.
I'm still going to say Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy, but the best match of the night, like storyline-wise, action-wise, everything combined into one. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane beat Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair in a tables, ladders, and chairs match
For the titles.
for the Raw Women, or the WWE. There's only one.
Yeah.
WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. My God.
They
to watch this
busted
match.
their asses.
To watch this match, it brought me back to, and I'm gonna go back.
And it's
to
funny
you.
because Bailey and what's her
Sasha.
face? Sasha asked for it. Girls, love you, but do you really want them? Do you
don't
really
wanna go through
Do
this.
you really want to
I
go
don't wanna
through
go
this?
through this.
Do you see what these girls are doing to hold on to these titles? This is the Asuka that we love.
we wanted.
This is the Asuka
When
we
Charlotte beat her at
told you
WrestleMania, we were
people
like,
about.
"Fuck, this is not the right thing."
Yes. This is the Asuka that we said was going to be around eventually. And she has, dude.
He's speechless.
The best partner ever. Dude,
Asuka and Kyrie work so well together.
no, but Kyrie, can we just like I said at the
I've
beginning of the
loved Kyrie
show.
for years.
I said at the beginning of the show, I'm going to say it again. Dude, I think she wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when she landed, I think she wasn't there. I think she was off in another world, but she was so tough that she literally brought herself back.
Can I say something about this match? And I'm gonna say 3 words, and I want Eddie's eyes to grow huge, and then I want Eddie.
We're going to make him watch this match.
Yes,
Like, he didn't watch this
and
match.
this is gonna make Eddie watch this match. If you add to the match I'm about to mention, tables, ladders, and chairs, this was this match. Are you ready, Eddie? Savage Steamboat.
If you take
Go
the
watch it.
Dudley Boys
And Hardy's.
and the Hardys, from WrestleMania.
Bulldogs and Heart Foundation. If you go to
They pulled it.
Brain
You're right.
Busters and
You're right.
Rockers.
They pulled it. It felt like they pulled a little something out of every one of those classic matches that we knew, and they wrapped it up into one tables, ladders, and chairs match. And then you're sitting out there and you're like, I'm watching women right now.
It doesn't matter. Women, men,
No. But
37 genders.
no.
I don't give a fuck.
That wasn't the thing back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
And now it's
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
It's like, wow, this is. I have been robbed of an opportunity.
But you're talking
for
to
30 plus years.
Right, but you're
Yes.
talking to Mike,
Yes.
who's been a fan since 1985. You're talking to me, who's been a fan since 1979. You're talking to a lot of our listeners who's been a fan since the late 70s, early 80s. That match, and again, I'm going to give the nod to Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy, but this...
Great match. Absolutely.
This.
I'm not taking anything away from
This, for psychology, for action. I mentioned earlier when Charlotte took that chair shot and she screamed for a good 7 seconds, "Fuck!"
That was true.
Oh my God.
That was
it was
true.
real.
You could feel it. That was pain.
It was
You,
real.
you
That
can
was-
usually tell by the way the person who hits the other person reacts.
Mm-hmm.
So if they suddenly make like an "oh fuck," like I forgot to do something, or I went too far,
Right.
or I
or
got
the way
too into
the way
it.
something hit. Or
Let's touch on that. Can you imagine how hard it is not to get so into what you're doing that you actually try to hurt the person? Like people freely admit Andre the Giant used to test people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, without question.
You know.
There's stories out there of
Oh, well,
plenty.
not only that, when Matt Hardy first found out that fucking Edge was fucking Lita, that match that he kept it under wraps. But the first time when he slammed Edge, and it's funny, you could go back and hear it. You could hear Edge go, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yup, I remember
like,
that.
you could hear him say, "What the fuck, dude?" And then when he gets up, like, when they lock eyes, like, Edge is like, "Fuck, this motherfucker knows."
There's a great
This match
there's a great
is now semi-real.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
There's
yes.
a great story, and there's video out there on the WWE Network, which you can get through LoganJabroni.com. Go to our affiliate link for the WWE and buy the WWE Network, $9.99 a month.
And some shirts, maybe replica belts while you're there.
Yeah, grab it.
You could see there's a match between the Ultimate Warrior and Andre the Giant where he stands on Warrior's hair and grabs his arms. Now, I don't care who you are. Andre the Giant is 500 pounds and a big motherfucker and strong as hell. And he grabs Warrior's arms and he pulls his arms up while standing on his hair. And you hear that bellow from Ultimate Warrior, like, oh!
They didn't get along if I'm
No,
at all.
exactly.
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan tells a great story. There was a spot Andre liked to do where he'd get tied up in the ropes, and then Warrior would come clothesline him. First time he comes in like 3,000 miles
Yes,
an hour, boom,
yes.
and Heenan's outside the ring, and he hears Andre go, ugh. Next night in, say, Detroit, wherever, he does it again. 3,000 miles an hour, boom. Third night, they're wherever they are. Andre unhooks his arm, puts his fist out, cracks him in the face, breaks the paint, whatever. Warrior falls to the mat. You hit that big ham hock, you're going to fall.
Yes.
Andre leans over to Heenan and says, he's learning. Next night, ding, da, ding, da, ding, da, ding, boom. He does it the working way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Andre was a freak of nature. But this match was
Andre's like any one of us. You know what I'm saying? You go to work and you go to work. You don't go to work to get this guy to work for him, and you don't go to work to get to this guy and work for him.
Right.
You're supposed to be a team. You're supposed to work together. So when you start working harder than this motherfucker or this motherfucker, you so gingerly let that motherfucker know that you
Bingo.
don't appreciate that
Bingo.
they aren't working as hard as you are.
Jake the Snake, I think it was Jake Hogan said that Andre did not like Randy Savage. So anytime,
Oh, yeah.
anytime you saw them in the ring, Andre was
when you
punishing
saw
them.
those chops, and I had to go back after the Hogan interview on the Andre documentary
Yeah.
on HBO, when he would lay those chops in on Randy's chest, and you see Randy's face,
on
not
the verge of tears.
not just
Right.
usually selling. Where if I chop Mike, he goes ah, but when he would chop Macho Man, you would see Randy's face just contort and just go.
Well, his whole, like, you know that involuntary response you make,
Yes,
like you
that
get smacked
spasm.
right in the center. He's doing that. And
That
he's
was like Chris Benoit and Chavo.
Yeah, oh, easily.
oh, like,
I felt
But
bad.
they were buddies.
But yeah, but no.
But they also
Eddie,
told each other late
Eddie
same.
and Eddie and Chris were buddies. Eddie and Chris and Chavo, not so
In the
much.
beginning, no,
because
but
Chavo
yeah.
was a big asshole to Chris in the
In
beginning.
the beginning, yes. But
So those chops were real. Dude.
if you want to go back to, and I hate to say this because Eddie's going to shoot me, you want to go back to
Oh, we'll
Chris
see him
Benoit.
later. We'll see him later. We
Right.
love Eddie.
I
I shout out Eddie so much that he's holding some margaritas for me right now.
Watch the chops that Chris Benoit lays into Dean Malenko, and they were friends.
Yes.
Oh, my
Yeah, but
Lord.
Dean Malenko, see, I
They
love
were
Dean
friends.
Malenko. Yeah, but Dean Malenko, if you didn't chop him like that, he was insulted because he was that good
Well,
of a fucking player
another
of the
funny
game.
story. Did you read Bret Hart's book?
No, I have to.
Okay,
you know
if
me with books,
If you
dude.
read Bret Hart's book, he's
I'll
like,
fucking read.
Flair comes in and says,
5
I'm gonna,
years. He hasn't
Yeah.
read mine yet.
Right.
So
Exactly.
If you do-
I'm
if
still
you-
waiting for the audio. Do you actually read? Do you actually?
Yeah,
Are
really.
you gonna like vocalize your
Do you
own
even
audios?
book, bro?
I probably like
Joey Casada's
You
book
should
is now
no.
on
You
audio.
should vocalize your. Have you ever actually thought of that?
Oh, well, yeah, it's expensive.
Is it really? Like, what if you do it yourself though?
Oh, I can't do it myself.
Why not?
Dude,
I'll
I
read it for you.
barely babble through this show. I mean, come on.
Are you
He's got a point.
serious?
He's got a
Come
point.
on, man. That'd be
Fuck.
fucking
I'd have to
great.
start
See,
all the way
I
over
could
again.
totally fucking listen to
Bibbidi
that.
bobbidi
See,
boo
I
Jones
can do
right
that
there.
shit. I can't. It's just the whole idea. Like, yes, I'm one of those guys. I can't sit.
I'll
and,
get
and
the whole.
fucking flip
I'll
through
get
a
the
book.
whole gaming group together. You can all be a different character.
All right.
See, there you go. I'll live through. There you go. Write your book as an adventure. That would be fucking awesome.
Someone can be the narrator, and then the dialogue parts. Everyone else.
I don't even know where I was going with this point. However, read Eddie's books. He's
read
got two of them out
read
there.
Brett's book.
Yeah.
Brett's
didn't-
book. Thank
I
you.
didn't read Brett's book.
He's talking with Flair about the match that they're gonna have, and Flair says, "Well, I'm gonna do the chops." He goes, "Okay, lay those chops in, but I'm gonna punch you in the mouth if you lay those chops in hard." And Flair says, "Well, that's what I do." He goes, Brett says, "Well, that's not what I do. If you hit me with those chops and it hurts me, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth." So if you ever watch a Ric Flair Bret Hart match, he kind of holds back a little bit. He pulls it back. Boom. Now everybody who chops anybody now in 2019, you go to the show, pop. Woo! If you'd have done that in 1992, you might have seen teeth come out of Ric Flair's mouth. Thank you for reminding me.
That's
And read Eddie Focus's book under the name Eddie Jakes, please.
No, they're not up right now. I'm rewriting them.
You rat bastard. I'm trying to help
I'm
you.
reworking them.
I'm trying to help you.
Well, they're not there to buy, so you're not really helping me. Just go to Basement Quest instead.
There you go.
there you go.
And as we're winding
We'll
the
be
show
there this
down,
Saturday.
While we're winding the show down, let's talk about the different things that are going on before we tell the folks Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah.
Get these great
Oh
jerseys
my God!
from our boy
Harry the Hammer. You contact the Loki and Jabroni show.
I
you
love
tell us
my
who you
birthday
want.
present a lot because
gorgeous.
that's the color, and that was Harry's idea to get the color rush.
Yes, it was.
It was, but that's Smith. Smith's my boy, also my last
Your
name.
name?
So it works out very well for me. Harry, this is the gift that keeps on giving. This is the gift that I didn't want. Or hold on.
You didn't know that you wanted.
This is the gift that I didn't think that I wanted. That's how I should put
There
it.
you go.
Because Cousins is my quarterback. Just like T.O. says, it's my quarterback. It's my quarterback.
Well, this is the gift that I wanted. I was always wanting.
$40.
If you want it
$40.
personalized,
$40. It's more than $40.
yes. And I have a personalized jersey coming in for a friend of the show who's going to give it to another friend of the show. That was $55.
And my God,
Can you go wrong?
you can't.
Jesus.
You can't. And Zach has won. And for
He's getting one free.
And for you that don't watch the live show, we're sorry. By the time you get to this, right, I feel so bad for you because what happens right now is you're like listening to the show, then you hit pause, then you go back and you listen to Mark Slaughter's show, then you type into our social media the answer.
And you're late.
Then you go back and you're like, damn, Zach already won.
Live feed Jones. That's all it takes.
That's what it
Zachary,
does.
wherever you are, good on you. Free jersey from Harry the Hammer.
And hey, we just had the fucking game at his house.
Oh, my
Can
God.
you not think of a person that deserves it a little bit better? I just hope you don't waste it on the Giants.
I know. He's going to be like, can I have an Eli Manning and White and all that horse shit? No.
Just don't get Phillips. Don't get Phillips. He ain't
No.
going to stick around for a while. I'm just saying that right
Well, he's
now.
already got Daniel Jones. That was my gift to him.
Yes, I remember that.
But now, Zach, you really have to think Major League Baseball, National Hockey League, NBA, NFL.
You still don't have a Michigan jersey, motherfucker.
Fuck Michigan.
Did you see a Michigan jersey there, though?
No, he had the polo shirt,
Yeah,
which
that's
I
what I'm
thought
saying.
was kind of.
So if you want my
half-assed.
honest opinion, I think you actually take your winnings and get yourself a nice Michigan jersey, and maybe we'll fucking win next year.
Probably not, but
Because
what
I
I'll
have
say
3
is
fucking
Jake
jerseys.
Butt. That's what I'm saying. Jake Butt.
Or
That's your
Peoples.
jersey.
Yeah, Jake Butt. Look.
No, we don't want to go the Peoples Jones. That's kind of belaboring the point just a little bit. But Jake Butt, that's always been Zach and Mize for like 3 years. That's our gimmick. That's our fun. Jake Butt.
Jake Butt.
Jake Butt.
All right, guys. We got.
Do you have anything you want to say to them for the holidays?
I got nothing for you guys.
Wow.
I got 0 for you guys because you know what? No, because you got 0 from me. I've been begging you guys to go donate. I've been begging for shares. I have. I've been begging. I've been begging since I've come back to this podcast. I
Back
have
in September.
been begging for shares, for likes, for iTunes. You know what's funny is a lot of people say, "Oh, you guys ain't getting paid yet." Ed, have we been getting paid yet?
Well, I just cashed out $20.
Wow. Hold on, Ed.
That accumulated over
Stop the press.
a year and a half.
Stop the press, Ed. You just cashed in $20.16.
Hey, you know who paid that? You know who paid that? Anchor.fm.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you, Anchor. Thank you, Anchor, for giving us our
That pay us a penny every time we run their ad on the podcast.
Thank
All
you
good.
for paying us our $20. But that's what I'm saying, people. I have this to say. This is something that, you know what? We could have decided 2 years ago, fuck y'all. Fuck this. Fuck whatever we're going through. But we're continuing to do this. Not only are we continuing to do it just for ourselves, we continue to do it for the welfare of the sports society,
Yep.
the wrestling society,
Yep.
and every other fucking people
Rock
that need
and
to out
roll.
there listen there. Yeah, and some of you political motherfuckers out there, and the furries, and the furries. I got some furry listeners since I brought them.
You're
out
going to go
lately.
see Cats, aren't you?
No,
I'm worried about you. Really worried.
I'm telling you, these furries, man. I got it. You know what I want to know?
Good.
I just gotta know.
Yes, they do it in the suit.
See, that's what I want, and
We
it's
talked
like,
about that.
but it's like how?
Don't ask how. Yeah, exactly.
So do you just keep the mask on?
Can you pimp Basement Quest?
Because some of these people, like,
I
their
don't think I
furry
want to
suits
after
are
this
like
conversation.
that.
Can
That's
you
what-
pimp Basement
Yes, I
Quest
can.
so I can pimp C&J Speed
I will
review?
I will be over here Saturday. This Saturday, we are. What are you shaking your head for?
I'm not. Oh no, I'm scratching.
He's still doing
okay.
the.
I'm
he's
like,
still doing the
no,
furry
I
bit.
thought
I'm
we
doing
were.
that.
I thought we were all over this. We're gonna be here this Saturday. So the plan is, we're gonna not only just recording one episode, we're going for two full episodes.
Nice.
Right. The whole idea is we're not going live
stay
like we
ahead.
do. Right. We don't go live like we do Loki and Jabroni. Loki and Jabroni show is the only show on the Focus Network that is going to be like this.
Kind of wrong.
Well, you
but
guys
kind
are
of
you guys are
different.
like Google though, Google
yeah,
Play-ish,
and we'll get into that.
and then
Yeah,
it kind of
yeah, yeah.
comes onto the YouTube at the end.
Right,
and,
right.
You know, shit like that.
But there's opportunity. but-
Right. I'm saying, but the Loki and Jabroni show is like the Frankenstein monster. We test
Agreed.
all our theories here, and we pass it on to our shows after that. What we've learned from the Loki and Jabroni show that we have kind of like taken from and are going to move on with the Basement Quest is just that. We want to have content that is caged. Is
Ooh.
kind of the best way. Controlled, exactly. Caged.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can say it. And knowing what's coming out every week is going to be
And yeah,
detrimental
Now,
towards going toward it. It's kind of like look at Basement Quest almost like if you're a DM. If you don't have a plan, if there's not something going forward, your adventure is going to be sloppy. The players are going to see through your shit, and they're probably not going to show up with nachos next week.
right.
Who brought nachos?
So there
Wait,
you go.
where was I?
Well, you don't play D&D, and if you did play D&D, you would have nachos.
I'd have a charmed Longstaff to beat the shit out of everybody.
Well, then you'd have nachos too.
You can't beat people with
Just
a charmed
saying.
long staff.
Yes, I can, and I'll show it.
He didn't say cursed. He did say charmed.
I said charmed, not cursed. Exactly.
So that is our plan going forward. We are going to be like I said, we're at least doing 2 episodes.
Yeah, I
this
figure
Saturday.
it'll be an episode ahead.
Yeah, and
That's all I'm really concerned with, being an episode ahead, and we're just gonna keep plugging along. Not saying
Awesome.
do 2 episodes a weekend, but like at least be 1 episode ahead, and that way
And
if we gotta take
I
a
got my
week
last
off,
adventure of the year coming up this Sunday. And that's going to be also attributed to Basement Quest. That's going to be another one of our videos that we're going to post up on there.
Good.
That's going to be good times.
Tomorrow night, if you're a YouTube watcher, if you're not, it'll
I'm
be
a YouTube
on.
watcher.
Oh my God,
I'm a YouTube
I'm a wheel watcher. All that bullshit. If you're a YouTube watcher, tomorrow night is the last C&J Speed review of 2019. We're going to talk about Haley Deegan coming into the ARCA Pro Series. Young lady, her father is one of those motocross guys, but she's a race car driver. She's going to be on full-time
That's hot.
ARCA Series. Oh, she's not only is
That's
it
not
hot,
Dana. That's not Danica
it's not
Patrick.
Danica
hot.
Patrick. No,
No. This is
She has
new.
talent.
This is new hot. This is new hotness.
she has talent. We're going to talk about Haley Deegan coming in with Ford behind her on the ARCA Pro Series. We're going to talk about a lot of off-season gimmicks that are going on. We're also going to talk about what to expect in 2020, because if you look back at 2013, which a lot of you guys don't, but a lot of the people you saw in 2013, there's only going to be like 7 or 8 drivers from 2013 still on the series. There's a lot of change going on. This is the dawn of the new NASCAR. And if you want to hear about it, you're going to hear about it here. Going into 2020, we'll have Joey Ternullo. We'll have Jason Blue. We'll talk about different things going forward before we reach Daytona, after the Super Bowl, and quite possibly at some point. You see? Did you see that picture?
She's pretty young though, huh? I said her graduation photos are not that long ago.
No, they're not. She's young
Wow.
and she's really,
Jumping
really
right
good.
into NASCAR, huh?
She's really, really good. That
Well, she gotta be.
as opposed to Danica Patrick, who was a name and a face and a bikini shot. Haley Deegan
Yes,
has
you're
a
right.
chance.
She was bikini shot. You're
Yes.
right. Yes, she was.
Hopefully,
Well, didn't she do better with the other cars?
she did better with the Indy cars.
Yeah.
Yes, but when you put her in the stock car,
It's an entirely different sport.
exactly.
It is. That's exactly it.
Danica Patrick was a bucket of suck. We can all agree with that.
Hey, we love the term "suck" when it comes to. Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
yep.
sorry.
Honestly,
Okay.
some of these NASCAR guys might not be good at the 10-second stock
No,
races.
no.
Exactly.
So,
But if you put a NASCAR guy, certain NASCAR guys, and I'll throw Kevin Harvick out there. That's my boy. If you threw Kevin Harvick in an Indy car, he may not do that great.
not
but-
at first, definitely not.
Danica Patrick, who was an IndyCar person and did decent, not well, but decent.
She did enough to maintain a spot.
Exactly.
So, but-
and Tony Stewart saw something in her and brought her in and said, "Oh wow, we can ride this wave."
I'd love to
What-
run that over.
What'd you do?
That's what he thought.
What did you do, Tony? You paid for all the cars she wrecked. Bingo.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Last C&J Speed Review of 2019 is tomorrow night on YouTube. If you want to catch it anywhere else, that's great. You can find it wherever you want. And now, what I want to say to you guys is happy holidays. Great. Hope you guys have a great Christmas. I'll be in touch with you guys in the next 2 weeks before we come back in 2020. Hopefully, the first episode is with Joey Casada. We can't guarantee that because of Joey's commitments elsewhere.
Right.
He's a professional drummer. He's amazing. But he wants to come in, rather than Rock and Roll Jones, he wants to come in as Joey Licious. Wrestling Jones.
We like it. We like it.
Yeah, we want to have some wrestling fun here. If you didn't hear if you're obviously, I don't know how to say this. If you didn't hear our TLC breakdown and you fast forwarded, you said, "Oh, wrestling, whatever, bullshit."
Oh no, I got wrestling fans on Twitter.
You're gonna miss some stuff.
I'm gonna call some people out tonight.
You're gonna
I'll be
miss
all
some
over it.
stuff.
No, this is a great episode. This is a great episode for football, great episode for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you guys who've been hungry for it, we gave it to you tonight. I hope you listened to it tonight because we were passionate about it. We were on fire with this shit tonight.
Preemptive strike.
If you guys would like
Oh my God,
a
show it
beautiful
again.
jersey like this,
Or
a
like
beautiful
this.
jersey like this, please go see our man Harry right there. Harry does await. It is too late to get a jersey before Christmas. I'm sorry. The opportunity has passed. However, football season is not over. The Super Bowl is upon us. The New England Patriots are on their way to the playoffs. The Giants are not. The
No.
Dallas Cowboys look like they are in the process of perhaps getting there as well. The Vikings as well. If you have any fans that you want to actually surprise them, maybe a late Christmas present, $40, dude. Come on, really?
Personalized a little bit more.
Yeah, but $40 for just a regular jersey, you
Right?
can't beat. These are stitched, dude. Look it up. Look this shit
Let me
up.
throw this out there.
You
If
can't
you're-
find
if you're a
these for less than $120.
If you're a Michigan fan and you want a Stitch
If you're a
jersey,
Minnesota fan,
well, here, let me throw this out there. If you're a Michigan fan and you want a Stitch jersey of I don't know his first name, but number 9, Peoples Jones. Elsewhere, you're going to pay $200, $300. Through Harry, $55. Done.
bingo.
Done. Done. How do you say no to that?
You can't.
I got a personalized jersey in the works, and I'm waiting for it to come in, and I hope to wear it right here on the Loki and Jabroni show because it's going to be gorgeous. It's what I've wanted all my life.
That, huh?
Yes. I have
then-
one with my name on the
I'll
back.
get, that's nice. That's nice.
This
then,
is gorgeous.
then maybe I will get a Thielen one like this. Now I'll be the 19 to your 18.
Harry, you listening?
Yep.
Number 19, Adam Thielen, Military Jones, right here.
I'll give him the cash. I'll give him the cash for that. 'cause
Oh,
this,
I bet you would.
this was so nice. This was so nice. I'd pay him twice.
Gorgeous gift.
It really was.
Gorgeous
It was.
gift.
Thank you so much. And guys, you can't beat this. You can't. I mean, any sport. Think of it. Think of it. The
Hockey,
possibilities.
baseball, football,
Possibilities are endless.
basketball.
You know you got something you like to
Fuck
go
basketball.
to. It's out there. Baseball season's upon us. Hockey season's upon us. Basketball season is on us
Right?
now. Christmas Day, like I said, you've already
You
missed.
missed it.
But
We've been talking about it for weeks.
but birthdays right around the corner. This is your chance.
I got one being sent out soon for a birthday.
All right, guys. That's it. This is it. 2019 has come and gone.
Another great year.
It
Don't
has.
forget, I put a question to everybody at the beginning of last year. I said, don't tell me your resolutions. I want to know what you did for 2019.
Oh, yes. Good fucking call.
So when we come back, we're putting you, the listener, to task. What have you done for 2019?
What have you done for me, Eddie?
Don't tell me about what you're going to do. Tell me about what you've done.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like it.
Guys, thank y'all very much, and I like that very much. What
Oh,
does
Nickelback, talk!
2020 have in store for you?
This is the last Nickelback.
We're going to have to find out because...
Not really Nickelback.
No, it's not really Nickelback.
Fake Nickelback.
It will be eventually, though. And
I hope
guys,
so.
Chris Daughtry is the Rottweiler on The Masked Singer.
Wow.
And don't forget, Santa's coming.
Oh my God. Happy holidays, everybody. We love you. We'll see you in 2020 with new and exciting stuff. Joey Casada's coming back.
Make sure you want them jerseys. You get a hold of Harry.